live football commentary.
Online at BBC Sports Scotland. There's no substitute.
A very good afternoon to you from Ibrox. Well, Rangers just can't keep themselves out of the news these days, can they? Mouth-watering European ties against the special ones Fenerbahce will make many more headlines if Jose Mourinho remains true to form further down the line. It looks like Rangers will soon be part of the San Francisco 49ers stable if those takeover talks progress as planned. Will Philippe Clement still be the manager under American ownership? Well, only if he wins enough football matches starting today against St Mirren. One thing's for sure, back-to-back home defeats simply won't do for a big home crowd still reeling from being dumped out of the Scottish Cup by Queen's Park last time they turned up here. There's the added incentive, if any was needed at all, of closing the gap on league leader Celtic to 10 points following their defeat at Easter Road earlier. So it's not just must win for Clement. You suspect the mantra will be must win well for the Ibrox boss, who's made a couple of changes from the side who won at Tynecastle last weekend. Not for the first time this season, John Souttar's not fit to play, so Robin Propper replaces him, while Cyril Dessers comes into the starting lineup at the expense of Tom Lawrence. So Rangers go with Jack Butland in goal. Back four of Tavernier, Propper, Nsiala and Jefte, Diomande and Raskin in the middle, with Czerny, Dessers, Hadji in front of them, and Hamza Igaman up top. St Mirren's stability in the last two performances against Hearts in the Cup and Hibs in the league, with both games level after 90 minutes, is reflected in their lineup with just the one change. Top scorer. Who is the top scorer? Well, Jonah Ayunga comes in, and it is, of course, Toyosi Olasanya, the top scorer, who drops out. Ayunga preferred up top. St Mirren go with Hemming in goals, Taylor, Gogic and Fraser at the back. John O'Hara, Boyd Muntz, Phillips and Lebiosu. And we have Mandron and Ayunga up top. We have started here at Ibrox. I'm in the fine company of Ian McCall, who played for Rangers between 87 and 89. He also managed Falkirk, Dundee United, Partick Thistle, United, amongst others. 18 seconds on the clock. A fast start, Ian McCall, for Rangers surely is required today.
Yeah, I mean, I was here a couple of weeks ago when they played Queen's Park, and they didn't start particularly well that day. They didn't end particularly well that day. Yes, but listen, with all the news this week, Kerry Dean, it's a big, you know what, every game for Philip Clement now, they need to win, and they need to win well. It's that simple.
Rangers have the ball in the centre circle, out to the left hand side to Jeff. He just steps over the halfway line. The Brazilian looks up as Igaman dropping short. A couple of touches from him and he goes back to Nsiala. He has Propper over to his right, midway inside the Rangers half. Rangers just content to build from the back. We shouldn't forget, of course, that St Mirren were the last team to beat Rangers in the league 2-1 on Boxing Day. Fine winner from Caelan Boyd Muntz that day, but it's Rangers on the attack at the moment. St Mirren with plenty of defending to do. They clear the lines, but James Tavernier is there for Rangers, and they'll build down his left hand side with Jefte. Comes forward just outside the area, thinks about the cross, instead goes left to Yanis Hadji. He goes back infield. Igaman takes a touch, it's a loose one, no, gets the break of the ball, tries to beat his man, just tried to beat one man too many. It was Phillips there with the tackle, and St Mirren survived that little bit of pressure from Rangers. Out for a throw in to St Mirren. 1.5 minutes played, 0-0.
There's no great shock that Igaman tried a nutmeg there. He tries about 6 every game, didn't come off there, but at times it's great to watch. But already, you know, there's a lot of talk about can Rangers play against a low block. That's exactly how St Mirren are playing, with the two strikers further up the park. It's not a back three, it's a back five.
St Mirren's throw in on their right hand side with Ryan Alebiosu, and then it's a loose one there from Fraser, though. He's just giving the ball straight to Rangers. Czerny just outside the centre circle has Igaman dropping deep. He's dropped a wee bit deeper, which means that Cyril Dessers is the traditional number 9 position at the moment. He's looking for the ball, but instead goes to Jefte. Might get it now. It's a decent cross in. St Mirren get the ball away. It'll fall to Hadji, who tries to get a head flick on it but misses it entirely. Chance for St Mirren to boot the ball clear, and that'll be easy for Nsiala. Well, it was Jonah Ayunga who was all on his own up top for St Mirren. He's somewhat surprisingly replaced Toyosi Olasanya, top scorer today. We'll see if he can add a bit more physical presence. It'll be a bit of a defensive shift you fancy for St Mirren, maybe for the majority of the match. Certainly now as Rangers keep the early possession and the early pressure going. James Tavernier for Rangers. Right-footed cross is headed behind for the first corner of the game after only 3 minutes. Just the start that Rangers wanted. Some early defending, some more defending for St Mirren to do.
It is, but again, when Jeffrey's crossed the ball there, a terrific cross into the box, a bit like Queen's Park, nobody, I mean, there was one player in the box. You need to have 3 or 4 in a position where he can score a goal from, and it was into a terrific area.
So what can Rangers do from this corner in the 3rd minute? 0-0 here at Ibrox against St Mirren. James Tavernier will take it. It'll be an outswinger from that right hand side. Lots of jostling in the area, and it comes. It's headed away by St Mirren. Decent defending so far. Back it goes to Tavernier on that right hand side from Czerny. Just about keeps the ball in, tries to get the cross in. It'll be another corner, second corner after only 4 minutes. Lots of Rangers pressure. Decent defending from St Mirren at the moment, though.
Yeah, as they've got so many bodies in there, they're not leaving anybody up the pitch as teams tend to do these days. They're just about everybody's in the St Mirren box.
Once more, the corner kick from James Tavernier's right boot. He's just waiting for things to settle inside the area, just in front of the wee pocket of St Mirren fans in that corner. And he comes instead all the way out to Hadji, whose header is flicked on there. Chance for Rangers, good save from Hemming. The offside flag goes up. Nicely worked corner there. I thought Hadji might try it on the volley. Instead, he nodded it in, and it was Diomande, I think, with the header. Good save, but he was offside.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was due for Hadji to volley it, but improvising it as a lovely little header into the box. But Diomande, even from up here, looked at least a yard offside.
The last time St Mirren avoided defeat at Ibrox, October 2011. A 1-1 draw. Somebody called Stephen Thompson got a last minute equaliser that day. They also drew 1-1 in December 2006. They have not won here at Ibrox, St Mirren, since November 1991. Kevin McGowan scored that day. Roy Aitken, Chick Charnley and Paul Lambert played for St Mirren. That tells you how long ago it was that St Mirren won on this ground. The Rangers record, pretty familiar. Ross County 0, Dundee 1. We're hearing Simon Murray's got an early goal for Dundee at Ross County. The Rangers have won 23 of their last 25 home games against St Mirren in all competitions, drawing 2. Each of the last 14 in a row. That aggregate score 39-5 in Rangers' favour. A few stats to give you a flavour of what St Mirren are up against, but they do have a free kick 5.5 minutes in. They'll play the ball into the Rangers area. Chance here. Owen Fraser just can't quite get the touch he wanted. Hadji just about gets the ball away. It'll be a throw into St Mirren, though, deep in Rangers territory.
Yeah, it was good delivery. It was a mismatch in the back area there. Hadji had 2 of them and actually did quite well to clear the danger.
Killian Phillips loves a long throw. 22-year-old Irishman, unknown from Crystal Palace. Done well for St Mirren. In comes the long throw. Now, can Rangers deal with it? No, they can't. Still the St Mirren pressure is there. Hadji can try and avoid conceding the corner, which he does with a spectacular overhead kick. Marcus Fraser, though, pumps the ball back in. Jack Butland is under it, doesn't get there though, and a few rumours of discontent around Ibrox. A little bit of untidy defending, untidy from Dessers too, who can't get his foot on the ball. St Mirren will have it all the way back with their goalkeeper though, Zach Hemming, and they're just starting to settle into the game a wee bit just now after 6 and a bit minutes. Headed away by Tavernier for a throw into St Mirren. Stephen Robinson down in front of us, arms folded. Early days, but you'll be reasonably satisfied. Yeah,
reasonably satisfied. It's funny that every single team I see these days seems to have a guy that can hurl it about 40 yards. The long throw is back, and it's back to stay, it seems.
Rangers 0, St Mirren 0. 7 minutes in at St Mirren, who have the ball deep in Rangers territory. They'll try and get the cross in just now, which they will do, and one of the St Mirren players goes down. Chance here potentially for Fraser with the shot. That's deflected away just to the edge of the Rangers area. A little bit untidy and scrappy from the home side at the moment. They'll try and put their foot on the ball now with Czerny wide on the right hand side, deep in his own territory though. Tavernier wraps his foot around the ball, and that should be dealt with by St Mirren. A noise there from the home fans who are not happy at the way Dessers was wrestled to the ground, but referee Kevin Clancy says play on because Rangers have it, until it's hacked away by St Mirren to the halfway line. A throw in for Rangers. Jeffrey takes back to Nsiala, who may have to go back to his goalkeeper. Jack Butland, who's kept 10 clean sheets in the league this season and will look to do the same again. He's put under pressure by 3 St Mirren players. That's terrible. There was real chance for St Mirren here. Shot comes in, saved from the goalkeeper, and the rebound's blasted over the crossbar. There is no offside flag. What a chance that was. Now the referee has given a corner here. I've no idea why, because that looked like Ayunga just blasted that over the bar. What a chance for St Mirren. A real blunder by the goalkeeper. Great save though to recover.
It was. I mean, he's getting a pat in the back for the save. I think it was Mandron that had the strike, but he's basically, to the right hand side of his goal and just passed it straight to Mandron about 18 yards out. I think Mandron's got to score, and I think Stephen Robertson shares that feeling.
St Mirren have to take their chances, you feel. They will have another one right now from this corner kick, but Mika Mandron had a brilliant chance. Gift wrapped by the Rangers goalkeeper. He saved his shot. Still the corner comes in. Rangers have some more defending to do, but will St Mirren get a better chance in this game than that after only 8 minutes? We shall see. Rangers win the ball back. St Mirren are pressing them high though. It's a decent start here from the buddies. Rangers just struggling to get the ball away, and Jeff Dean nearly makes a mistake. He's going to have to go with his wrong foot, which is why he sclaffs the ball, and there's a few howls of derision from around me. The Rangers fans not too happy at the moment because St Mirren have the football. They've just had the best chance of the game, and Rangers at the moment can't get the ball off them. It's at the halfway line. St Mirren will try and build from the back once again. Alibiosu has to go all the way across to Declan John on the other side, who of course had a spell with Rangers in the 17-18 season. 32 appearances, 3 goals for the Welshman. He's back across there at left wing back for St Mirren, who have the ball with their own goalkeeper, Zach Hemming. Decent start here for St Mirren. I saw them lose here 2-1 earlier in the season, but they did play well that day, and there's a wee cute back flick tried there with Phillips. St Mirren really enjoying themselves in the opening 10 minutes here at Ibrox. They have the ball deep in Rangers territory, and Ciala will be able to get the ball away though. He's hesitating though, wants to try and play football. He just plays it off Phillips, gets the throw, and a wee round of applause from the home fans. And Stephen Robinson just some instructions to his goalkeeper. He'll be delighted, Stephen Robinson, with the way the team started.
He will be, but it's the nervousness in the ground now, but that's just come directly from Rangers, because there's the man again miscontrolling the ball, but the thing from Butland, the pass from Butland, the one from Jefty just brings pressure on.
Richard Taylor nearly brings some pressure on his team there, as Ian McCall suggesting, and good hassling and harrying from Dessers there. He closes down Alex Gogic, who scored here for St Mirren at Ibrox in that game back when it was at end of October. Ended in a 2-1 defeat, but it was 1 each at half time. Gogic got a goal for St Mirren, and they'll be looking to keep themselves competitive in this game. 10 and a bit minutes gone. Rangers 0, St Mirren 0. You're listening to Kerry Nitsan and Ian McCall at Ibrox. As St Mirren go long, it might fall there, nearly does fall for Jonah Ayunga. Again, Tavernier bringing the ball under control. Quite the pass that he wanted, but now Raskan, and again it's a good ball from him now. Igaman comes forward, tries to get the early ball away. Still he has it though. He's hesitated a wee bit. Now he has Czerny over on that right hand side, just outside the St Mirren penalty area. Czerny comes in on his left foot, and Zach Hemming has to save. Decent play there from Czerny. We've seen it loads so far this season. Loves to cut in on his left foot, edge of the area shot, reasonably comfortable for the goalie.
It was comfortable, but a lovely bit of skill from Igaman in the half turn. Thought about a shot and fed Czerny, and Czerny was really positive.
11 minutes in, Rangers with the ball midway inside the St Mirren half on the right hand side. James Tavernier, who's got his 498th appearance for the club, just 2 shy now of the 500. Jefty chips the ball in somewhat aimlessly. That should be easily dealt with by Declan John, who tries to clear it up towards Ayunga. Proper will get there first though for Rangers. Now Czerny on that right hand side. The slide tackle goes in from Declan John, out for a throw into Rangers. Czerny wants to take it quickly, just hesitates. No one really offers for the ball. Raskan says I'll have it, so Nico Raskan, the Belgian for Rangers. Back into the centre circle to Clinton and Ciala. Frenchman out to the Brazilian Jefty on this left hand side. A shout of early from the fans behind me. They want a little bit more urgency from Rangers. Igaman chips the ball out to Czerny on that right hand side, about 30 yards from goal, but wide on the right. Czerny just waits, looks for support. Nice run from Igaman. Can he get the ball in? Sliding tackle from Taylor for St Mirren. Corner kick, the third of the game for Rangers. 12 minutes in, 0-0.
Yeah, I think the early shout, I don't know if that came from the bench, from the punters, but I think against a team that's sitting in, and to be fair, St Mirren have been really positive as well, but when you're sitting in, you do need to move it really quickly to move the players about, and it's maybe at times not quite quick enough.
Rangers' third corner of the match, 12 and a half minutes in, looking for the opening goal. Remember, They should be boosted, you would think, by that defeat for Celtic at Easter Road, 2-1 to Hibs, so chance to reduce the gap to 10. In comes Tavernier's corner, headed straight back to him by St Mirren. Tavernier picks it up, goes to the edge of the area, and Czerny has Hadji about 30 yards from goal. He looks up to see where Raskan is. He's on this left hand side. Instead he reverses it, switches it back to Tavernier, back to Czerny. Rangers patient with the ball. Ham's a nice wee spin turn from the Moroccan. Lovely ball in, just misses at the back post there. That was Robin Proper on the stretch, and also, well, it was just Nico Raskan there, couldn't quite get to it. A round of applause for the idea from Hamza Igaman. Still 0-0, 13 minutes.
Yeah, listen, I think it's a terrific ball, and I think, you know, Proper, he's the one closest, and you're asking him to anticipate. Obviously he can anticipate in his own box, maybe not so good in the opposing box, but it should be a goal. I mean, somebody's got to get on the end of a ball like that. It's right into that corridor behind the St Mirren back five. They just couldn't defend it.
Goal kick taken by St Mirren keeper Zach Hemming up into the centre circle. A couple of St Mirren players getting each other's way, but the ball's flicked on, picked up by Junga there. St Mirren trying to come forward with Alebioso. He's done well against Jeffrey. Jeffrey not quite strong enough to knock him off the ball. Can he get the cross in? He turns inside him. He's done really well. Alebioso, can he get the ball in? Into Phillips. Lovely wee flicked spin turn there. He tried to play it into the path of Ayunga. Couldn't quite get there. Mandron was in there as well, and a nice idea there from Phillips, but I wonder if he could just taken a touch and got a shot.
Yeah, I mean, it looked nice, but it didn't go to anybody, so I mean, I think he'd be better off just taking a touch.
Czerny for Rangers on the attack now. Tavernier plays the ball in, and interesting, Gogic, instead of trying to head the ball away for a throw in, heads it behind for yet another Rangers corner. Maybe he just didn't know where his man was behind him. Yeah,
I mean, I think it's terrific positioning though from Gogic coming into that front area. I don't think he was able to get it out for a throw in. Did well in that area.
He may be busy. Alex Gogic, the Cypriot from Nicosia, in the heart of a back three for St Mirren. Back five a lot of the time as Rangers try and press forward. Another corner's taken by Tavernier, once again chipped to the edge of the area. Hadji plays it in fairly aimlessly though. It's hacked away by St Mirren high up into the air. Tavernier heads it down though, not to a colleague in blue, and St Mirren, well, they try and clear, but they just give it straight back to James Tavernier. So Rangers have the ball midway inside the St Mirren half. Hadji back to Tavernier on that right hand side. The Rangers captain comes in field, looks for a bit of movement from his colleagues, waving his hands, trying to urge a little bit of urgency. Czerny wide on that right hand side into Czerny, loads of St Mirren bodies back. Czerny looks up, there's only one Rangers player in the area, it's Robin Proper. He's still up there from centre half from the corner, and I wonder could Rangers get caught here. St Mirren may feel they want a free kick. The referee interestingly gives it the other way, has he? Pretty sure it's a free kick to Rangers.
Yeah, it looks as if it is to Rangers, yeah, and I think it's the right call.
So that would be for handball presumably, yeah, against Mandron, who thought he was going to get the free kick, was going to pick the ball up, and Kevin Clancy says no, free kick Rangers on Nico Raskin.
I mean, the corner Rangers just played in, it looks like a rehearsed move, but I don't see the benefit of it. I mean, they're in it to Hadji. He's not going to volley it on the angle from 30 yards. You know, he's got to take a touch, and then St Mirren can get organised again.
Plenty of variety certainly in these Rangers corners, but none of them have caused St Mirren any real problems as we enter the 16th minute of a goalless match here at Ibrox, as Rangers again try and build down this left hand side. Hadji into Hamza Igaman. He'll spread the ball across to his captain James Tavernier wide on that right hand side. Czerny is closely marked by Declan John. St Mirren putting good pressure on the Rangers players. They're not giving them too much peace. Rangers have had plenty of possession. They've not really created all that much in the way of clear-cut chances. They might though now. Dessers is through, takes a touch. Dessers is thwarted by a good save from the goalkeeper. The offside flag goes up. That's applauded by Zach Hemming, who didn't know necessarily that Dessers was offside, though he suspected it. Decent save once again.
It was. I mean, I think that one was a little bit tighter, but I think immediately from up here you're thinking offside, and it was given. But it was quite tight. Nice, a decent wee off the shoulder run from Dessers, and a nicely weighted pass from Raskin.
Splits opinion does Cyril Dessers. 18 goals for the season so far. Looking for number 19, which is no bad return at all by the middle of February. He's in there today with Igaman, with Czerny, with Hadji. Pretty potent Rangers forward line, but they're having to do some defending there. Jeffrey's just missed that. He's sclaffed that up in the air, so St Mirren will have the ball, but well, they're hounded out there down the right hand side.
The one thing I'd say, Kerry, after 20 minutes, whatever, it's a Mirren look a threat when they get into the Rangers back third, and Rangers look defensively, it's a real worry.
Two physical presences for St Mirren up there, Jonah Ayunga and Mikael Mandron. They've caused Rangers one or two problems in these opening 18 minutes. Goalless 18 minutes though, as we still wait for the breakthrough at Ibrox. Phillips' long header. St Mirren will try and get it forward, but Rangers hack the ball clear. Gogic will head the ball back into Rangers territory. It'll fall Rangers' way though. Diomande plays it out to Tavernier, who looks up looking for Czerny. Finds him just inside St Mirren territory. He's back on the halfway line now. They'll have Czerny, and he'll spread the ball and ask Jeffrey to make a wee run forward, which the Brazilian is always happy to do down this left hand side for Rangers. Hadji hugging the touchline. Goes back in field to Hamza Igaman, the Moroccan. Has three St Mirren players around him. He still holds on to the ball, then plays it out to Tavernier, takes a touch and then plays the ball forward, looking for the run of Dessers. Did Gogic get a touch? Dessers says yes, referee Kevin Clancy says no. Goal kick to Rangers. 18 and a half played, Rangers 0, St Mirren 0.
Yeah, actually really unlucky there, and Gogic did really well on the cover with Fraser, but it's a lovely slide pass from Tavernier and really good movement from Dessers. The pace was all in the pass. If he touches that at all, it's a goal.
No rush from Zach Hemming to take the goal kick. Equaliser for Ross County. Ronan Hale with the goal there. Ross County 1, Dundee 1 after Simon Murray's early opener. 0-0 here at Ibrox. 19 minutes played. St Mirren have settled reasonably well as Gogic chips the ball, and somewhat fortuitous I think finds Declan John on that left flank, plays it in to Mandron. Boyd Muntz looks for a runner there. Killian Phillips must be offside. Well, no flag at the moment, so maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what happens. The Rangers fans think it's offside. St Mirren continue to play on. Maybe there was a man lying deep. We'll soon find out. Anyway, St Mirren still have it. Again, a ball chipped forward. Tavernier in the left back area will hoof the ball out. It will be a throw in. Indeed, the offside flag does not come, so Killian Phillips timed it perfectly. St Mirren have the ball over on that left hand side. A throw in. Halfway, just over halfway inside the Rangers half. The Rangers ultras in the Copeland stand trying to create a bit of atmosphere. A little lull in the game though. The Rangers fans are just expecting their side to do a little bit more with the ball when they have it. Referee Kevin Clancy sees a few players shoving and jostling inside the box, waiting for this long throw to come from St Mirren. Can they cause that Rangers defence a problem or two? And it comes, headed away by Raskan. Not the tallest player on the pitch, far from it, but a good header. St Mirren will still have the ball across on that left hand side. Nicely played by them. Now O'Hara tries to play the ball in. Still St Mirren have it. Rangers struggling to get the ball away from their own penalty area. They might get a chance to do that now. Czerny though is dispossessed. Again, good hassling and harrying from St Mirren, who are working extremely hard. You wouldn't expect anything else from a Stephen Robinson team. Rangers 0, St Mirren 0 over 20 minutes played.
Yeah, I mean, they're really impressive. The shape, they've obviously been well coached, and they've got a real physical size, a physical presence about them as well.
Dessers tries to keep hold of the ball. He's putting Taylor under pressure. Taylor needs to watch out. He's got Czerny round about him. Referee Kevin Clancy gives him the benefit of the doubt. A wee tug on the jersey, a wee barge. St Mirren will have the free kick. As we mentioned, the captain, Rangers captain James Tavernier, 498 games for Rangers. He could join the 500 club at home to Motherwell next Saturday if he plays in midweek as well. We'll get Ian McCall's thoughts on him and others who've played over 500 games for Rangers. It's quite the list as St Mirren go long. Too long though from their point of view, all the way through to Jack Butland, who you may remember in the opening minutes had that great save from Mikael Mandron, having given the St Mirren striker, well, a gift. Absolutely put it on a plate for him with a very poor attempted pass out. Made amends with the save. And then it was Ayunga who blasted over. That was a great chance. St Mirren couldn't take it. Will they live to regret that? 22 minutes played, still goalless, but Rangers have the ball with Hamza Igaman deep inside St Mirren territory. Tries to play the ball through. I think Dessers might be offside, not sure. Play on in any case. Well, Rangers will play on. Czerny on that far Rangers right, back into Igaman, who's hassled. A couple of players around him, tries to get the shot away. Ricochets to Yanis Hadji. Back to Nico Raskan, who's been good for Rangers in the past, well, dozen or so games and maybe longer. Been one of the players that's kept Rangers ticking over from midfield. They can't make anything of that attack yet again. No Rangers, it comes to nothing all the way back with Robin Popper, who will go all the way back to Butland, who will get put under pressure by a couple of St Mirren players. And once again, the Rangers goalie has it. 0-0, 22 and a half minutes. A wee bit of frustration around the ground, Ian?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I was here watching like that, I'd be frustrated because Dessers gets a really lovely little ball into his feet in the box and just can't control it. He can't link with players. He's got to do a lot better.
Robin Propper in for the injured John Suter today. Back to his goalkeeper Jack Butland. Out to Clinton Nsiala in the left back area. That's because Jeffrey's just moved a wee bit forward. And Raskan passes it back out to Robin Propper. The Dutchman gives it back to the young Belgian, who tries to play it out to James Tavernier. It's easily intercepted though by St Mirren. Raskan rushes across to make the tackle. I don't think he's too badly hurt, but he has gone down clutching his right knee. Kevin Clancy will just delay that throw in until he sees that the 23-year-old Belgian could get to his feet. He's still on his back, Nico Raskan. He has had a few injury issues this season and last, but I think he's going to be okay. James Tavernier's just over beside him. He's taken a wee while to get to his feet. He's asking the referee for a free kick.
I don't think it was a free kick, Kerridine. I think he was just so anxious to make up for his own error, the misplaced pass. He got to the ball well, but I don't see it was a free kick. Might have been a knee on knee. They're really sore.
Yeah, well, it looks like Kevin Clancy did give him the benefit of the doubt. Free kick to Rangers. It's been quickly taken. Robin Propper has it inside his own half. He looks to go long, changes his mind, goes short to Tavernier, who's got a couple of St Mirren players around him. So Rangers will have to try and play patiently once again, all the way back to goalkeeper Jack Butland. Just takes his time, then chips the ball into midfield very aimlessly though. It's given it straight back to Taylor. It was in between Dessers and Cherney. Not good from the Rangers goalkeeper. Poor distribution. It means that St Mirren have the ball. What can they do? They give it away. Can't do that too many times and still hope to get away with it.
The thing about it is, Kerridine, see when St Mirren press the ball, they're very effective. You know, the front players work so hard and the three get up in behind, and you know, they don't press all the time, but when they do, they're all in on it.
St Mirren have negotiated the first 25 minutes here at Ibrox without too many problems, and they've had the best chance of the match so far as well. Rangers 0, St Mirren 0, as the home side looking to close within 10 points of Celtic. Have a free kick inside their own half. Robin Propper out to as captain James Tavernier, and Rangers again will try and build from the back, but St Mirren are continuing to try and press Rangers, and they've done it once again. Jeffrey has to hurry, chips it in towards Dessers, who tries to let it run towards Igaman. St Mirren should mop up, but Igaman's done well there. Hadji, poor ball from him though. St Mirren will pick up on the halfway line. Neither side able to really hold on to the ball for any more than 10 or 15 seconds or so. It's a little bit scrappy. That may suit the visitors though, as talking of scrappy, Hamza Igaman just plays the ball right out of play, right in front of his manager.
I know, I mean, there's sloppiness all over the field just now. I mean, from Rangers and St Mirren.
I just wondered there whether Jonah Ayunga had taken a bit of a knock, but St Mirren number 7 does get to his feet. He and Mika Mandron have been good physical presences. They've caused Rangers a couple of problems, and as Jeffrey tries to go in there on Mandron, he loses out, and once again St Mirren will come forward. Now Declan John just outside the Rangers area. He's very left-footed though. The shot comes in, it's weak.
Offside, it must be.
And the offside flag goes up again. Well, that was for Mandron. It was nicely played by Declan John. There was very little chance, I think, of him shooting with his right foot. Tried to play it in to Mika Mandron. He was offside, and Rangers once again will try and build from the back. They're trying to play patient football, Rangers, but St Mirren's press is good so far in these opening 26 and a half goalless minutes. And again, St Mirren have won it back. That's a loose touch there though from Gogic, who's out of position now, and that's why he's trying to sprint to get back there to his position at the heart of a back three, as Rangers come forward down the left hand side with Yanis Hadji just outside the St Mirren penalty area. He's well marshalled though by Alebiosu, who's pushed him wide to Jeffrey, hugging this touchline. He's had to come back to Nico Raskan, who's had to come back into the Rangers half. Good press, good energy from St Mirren. Rangers through Nsiala go back to Butland. He's out to the right hand side now to Robin Propper, who slips but just about gets the ball out towards James Tavernier. He's given the ball away. It's far too much on that for Cherney, and it'll go back to the St Mirren goalkeeper, who Zach Hemming doesn't play his best clearance, and Cyril Dessers is a mile offside. He's not anymore as St Mirren try and play football. That's loose though, given straight to Hadji. Chance here at the edge of the area, and he's chipped that over the bar. Hamza Igaman, is there a deflection? Yes. Rangers will get a corner, but goodness me, St Mirren can't afford to give the ball away like that.
Yeah, it was just like the Rangers, the St Mirren chance with Butland. It was just an awful pass right across the 18-yard line, and Rangers have got to do better. I think Egeman could have played in Dessers. Instead he's had the strike that's been deflected over the corner.
Well, if anything comes from this Rangers corner kick, there's one person below me on the touchline who'll be absolutely furious. Stephen Robinson is very happy with his team's work in these opening 28 minutes, where it's Rangers 0, St Mirren 0 at Ibrox, live on BBC Radio Scotland and online. However, St Mirren are defending a corner kick taken by Václav Černý. Little flick there, Proper tries the shot, and that is a centre half shot, skied way into not the bottom deck but the top deck of the Broomloan stand, and it remains at Ibrox after 28 and a half minutes. Rangers 0, St Mirren 0.
I think it'd be fair to Robin Proper. I don't even think that was a half chance. He's just tried to whack it. I mean, he's got to do a bit better than that. He might have been better off just trying to help it back into the danger area, but both chances have just came from poor play. There was a stage here with Jefty and Hadji down there. They've got to do better. They've got to be more positive. They've got to go and take a man on. It ended up going back to the centre back, the Rangers centre back.
The voice of Ian McCall, he's with me, Kerdy Nitsan for BBC Radio Scotland. Here's Rangers once again, don't look particularly convincing at the back. The muscular presence of St Mirren up front through Mandron and Ayunga causing them a few problems. The ball's back though with Gogic deep inside his own half, and he's just barged, shoulder charged Cyril Dessers, who wanted a free kick that was never coming in a million years.
It was embarrassing.
He's still not up. Now he's groggily getting himself to his feet. He's a mile offside if Hadji can get the ball forward. Now a tackle's come in there that Philippe Clement, the Rangers manager, doesn't like. It was on Yanis Hadji. He's asking the fourth official, Duncan Williams, to have a look at that. Referee Kevin Clancy was quite happy with the tackle. I think it was from Killian Phillips, came sliding in, throw into Rangers, not a free kick. Now the referee Kevin Clancy is having a chat with Yanis Hadji saying, look son, I think you played the ball there, are you okay?
He did play the ball, and you know, just like Dessers, Hadji didn't need to stay down. It might have been excess force, but he definitely played the ball. Rangers
once again have given St Mirren possession in a very dangerous area. It was a heavy pass from goalkeeper Jack Butland. Clinton Nasiala couldn't control it, straight over his foot and out for another one of these long throw-ins that Ian McCall loves from Killian Phillips near the corner flag.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good ball out to him, but he's got to do better. He's got to control the ball and knock it forward.
Killian Phillips with well, I was going to say the long throw. It's not a long throw because it slips out of his hand. Still Rangers are struggling to clear it though. There's going to be a free kick there. I think it was Mandron who went in, maybe just didn't quite time his challenge right. Rangers have a free kick inside their own area as the ultras behind Jack Butland continue to sing and dance and chant and wave flags and try and inject a bit of atmosphere into Ibrox, which understandably is a wee bit flat because with nearly 31 minutes played, they're still waiting for the opening goal. Rangers 0, St Mirren 0.
There's an awful lot to admire about St Mirren though. You know, they play with the back five, then they're still able, their other five players are still able to go and press the ball. They sometimes sit deep, they sometimes go and really press it. Every single one of them works their socks off.
High energy from Stephen Robinson's men, and it's paying off so far. 31 goalless minutes here at Ibrox, and again Killian Phillips has done really well in midfield, winning the ball back for St Mirren. They'll just try and build from the back. Fraser to Gogic into the midfield. Caelan Boyd-Muntz has Hamza Igaman right beside him, and he does well. Boyd-Muntz playing it out to Declan John on that left hand side for St Mirren. The wing back will try and play the ball into the area. It's blocked away by a combination of Tavernier and Mohamed Diomande. Still St Mirren have the ball. Taylor, he's overrun that. Now can Rangers hit on the break? No, they can't. Yet another loose ball forward. St Mirren will pick that up. It was nowhere near Václav Černý there as he tried to get away. Rangers will have to be a lot tidier in possession, a lot sharper with their passing, and they'll have to show a lot more energy, you'd fancy, than they are at the moment. St Mirren are up for this.
Way too many loose passes from Rangers players, and you know, you've got to tell you, St Mirren look as likely to score as Rangers, and if they do score, Ibrox could become, you know, a little bit toxic.
Dundee United are ahead against Motherwell. Sam Dalby, another goal for him. Highly impressive season for Sam Dalby. Dundee United 1, Motherwell 0. 0-0 here at Ibrox, as a tug on the shirt there is as blatant as you like. That should be the first yellow card of the game, and it goes to St Mirren's Mika Mandron. No option there for Kevin Clancy, as he just notes his name down in his wee pad. Rangers want to get on with this though. Half time's not that far away now, 32 and a half minutes. It's Rangers 0, St Mirren 0. Rangers, well, there's no panic about it. They've got plenty of time to get a goal, but once again they've gone all the way back to goalkeeper Jack Butland because of the St Mirren press. And again, Rangers have hoofed it up the park. Again, it's fallen a St Mirren way, and now Killian Phillips might get away from Hamza Igaman. Good energy from the young Moroccan, however, it'll fall to Alebioso. He's got good pace. Can he take on Jefty? He can. Lovely ball in as well. Header over the crossbar. It was just too strong there for St Mirren. I think it was Jonah Ayunga with the header over the crossbar. Once again, a sign of what St Mirren can do.
Yeah, listen, terrific drive and running cross in the box. You're right, Oyunga just got caught underneath it a little bit, managed to get his head on, but was never going to trouble. But listen, really good play from St Mirren.
Jefty on this left hand side. Rangers have the football at the halfway line, chipped forward by Jefty, looking for Hamza Igaman, tries to juggle the ball, can't do it, can't keep it in, and once again Rangers give the ball away. Well, they've been on a good run of Premiership form, Rangers, you have to say that, but at the moment it's not been great. They did drop 9 points between Boxing Day and January the 9th, but they've taken more points than anyone else since the turn of the year in the league, and they'd certainly look to maximise on this opportunity today. St Mirren at home, Celtic losing, but with 10 minutes to go until half time, have St Mirren been the better team?
I don't know if they've been the better team. I would say 50-50. They definitely deserve to be level. And if anybody's edged it, you'd say St Mirren have edged it. But I mean, I think it's a 50-50 game just now. But the very fact it's at Ibrox and it's Rangers, that's patently not good enough.
20 points from 24 in 2025 for Rangers so far. They would expect to make that 23 from 27. At the moment though, no way through a stubborn St Mirren side, and a few howls from the Rangers fans who don't feel there's enough urgency. Yanis Hadji buys a free kick there, does he? Well, Kevin Clancy's happy to give it. Halfway inside the St Mirren half, Rangers take it quickly. Yanis Hadji, a chance to look up and maybe go forward. Left-footed, chips the ball. That's very poor from Yanis Hadji. Well, goodness me, for a player with so much quality, no wonder he holds his right hand up in apology. I think he was trying to play Václav Černý in down that right hand side. Absolutely nowhere near him. Goal kick.
And it wasn't on. You know, he's got to be a bit more positive in the game, Hadji. I've watched him 3 or 4 times, and he has got a bit of talent. He just doesn't get at people enough. You know, he's got little 1 and 2s going. He's got to go and beat a man in the last third, going to try and score a goal, try and make a chance. I mean, that pass was absolutely never on, and he didn't execute either.
It's a wee bit Jekyll and Hyde from Rangers yet again. Last time they were here, of course, one of the worst results in their history, being bundled out of the Scottish Cup by Queen's Park. Then they went to Tynecastle, and although Hearts played well that day, Rangers got the result 3-1. But so far today, with half-time less than 10 minutes away, Rangers have not been great. Can they do that? Can they do something about that now? Detters gets the break of the ball. So does Hamza Igaman. But again, I am not entirely sure what his idea was. He was trying something that was never on at the edge of the area, and once again the ball trundles harmlessly behind for yet another goal kick to St Mirren.
I'll tell you what he tried. He tried a toe poke from about 23 yards, and it wasn't on. I mean, he could have moved it on again. Again, Dessers on that occasion did quite well. Carradine, he got a little nutmeg, managed to knock it into Igaman, but he's got to produce more than that.
Well, there are 31 goals between Hamza Igaman and Cyril Dessers so far this season. Any sign of another one coming today? Not so far, as St Mirren want a throw-in, which is going Rangers' way, taken quickly by Hadji into Cyril Dessers. A couple of Rangers players around him, he does well, spins away now. Rangers have a man on the overlap. Černý, can he see Tavernier's shot comes in, it'll ricochet back to Václav Černý on the edge of the St Mirren area. Some good defending though done by midfielder and captain Mark O'Hara, but Cherney will chip the ball in. No one's there for Rangers though. You could see what he was trying to do there, a thumbs up acknowledgement from Cyril Dessers, but it was way too close to the St Mirren goalkeeper Zach Hemming, and after 37 minutes with the ball in the hands of the St Mirren goalkeeper, it remains Rangers 0, St Mirren 0.
I think it's important to say Taylor there, St Mirren centre back, magnificent defending. How he got across to block Tavernier's shot was tremendous.
Well, Taylor, Gogic and Fraser have done very well for St Mirren. In fairness, so have all the other players. It's been a very solid Saints display so far. Remember, it's St Mirren who've had arguably the best chance early on. That Mika Mandron shot, it was gifted to him by the Rangers goalkeeper, who then made amends, Jack Butland, as Rangers will get another foul. Again, it's Yanis Hadji going down and theatrically asking referee Kevin Clancy, come on, what are you going to do about that?
I think it was a foul. To be fair to Hadji on this occasion, I gave him a bit of stick earlier, but it was a foul there.
The Rangers captain James Tavernier has the ball just inside his own half. It goes into Nico Raskan, who goes back to Robin Proper. Clinton Nsiala will pick up for Rangers just inside his own half. He looks for options. There are not too many. He tries to go forward and he does pick out Jefty. Nice interplay between Jefty and Hadji. There's just a wee bit too much on the return pass from the Romanian. The Brazilian though chases the ball down, and St Mirren will need to play well here to get the break of the ball, and they have done. Alebiusu plays the ball forward. St Mirren have a willing runner there. Can he just keep the ball in? Well, he's done reasonably well there. Jonah Ayunga, good physical play. Proper comes across and bundles the ball out. St Mirren will have exactly what they wanted, a throw in deep in Rangers territory, and Killian Phillips with his white socks rolled down to near enough his ankles will take his sweet time about getting to this throw, and the clock's going to tick down towards 39 minutes as the on loan midfielder from Crystal Palace wipes the ball down, spins it around in his hands a couple of times, and now comes forward with the attempted long throw. Again, it's not his best effort, doesn't get past the first man, which is Jefty, and a little nudge on the back there from Cyril Dessers. It's clever. It means St Mirren are not going to get the throw in. Referee Kevin Clancy just wants it taken from the exact correct spot, and the ball's now back with Nsiala. He'll play a ball out to the right hand side, not a good one though, again looking for his captain James Tavernier. Once again St Mirren will pick up on that far side. It's Mandron, and Declan John now picks up inside Rangers territory. O'Hara comes in field, nice football from St Mirren. Boyd Munce to Killian Phillips. St Mirren are inside the Rangers penalty area. Lovely turn from Killian Phillips, who was just nudged into touch there, or behind the goal I should say, by Nsiala. Good defending, and Jack Butland will have the ball.
It was, I think he thought he was clipped there. I don't think there's going to be a VAR check, but it was a lovely little turn.
It was a lovely wee spin turn, actually not the first one he's tried. Killian Phillips is enjoying his football this afternoon, and we're now 5 minutes away from the half-time whistle, barring time added on, and St Mirren are in the Rangers half, as they have been quite consistently in these opening 40 minutes or so. Killian Phillips, he's put under pressure there from Hamdi Gaman. He's passed him though, and he tries to chip the ball forward. St Mirren will try and get forward here through Alebiosu. Real chance here for St Mirren. Alebiosu's ball is in there towards Mandron and Ayunga, both of whom were in and amongst it. It'll go out, I think, for a St Mirren corner. Yet again, good play by St Mirren down their right hand side. And
it's not something you want to see. I mean, Robert Proper did really well there, good defender, but then he's stood up with his hands up in the air. Not a thing you want to do. Ibrox, he's saying to the rest of his teammates this isn't good enough. He's spot on, but you don't want to show that.
St Mirren 4 minutes from half time, drawing 0-0 at Ibrox against Rangers, have a corner kick on their right hand side, which Declan John will take with his left foot, so this will be an in-swinger, potentially right on top of the Rangers goalkeeper Jack Butland. Doesn't beat the first man though, it'll be headed away by Jefty, and that's poor really from Declan John, because St Mirren have to try and capitalise on these opportunities. Boyd Munce will return the ball, chance for Rangers to get the ball away. Tavernier is nudged out a bit though. St Mirren still try and keep hold of the football. Is there a pull back there on James Tavernier? There is. The Rangers fans roar. Kevin Clancy blows his whistle, and he shows a yellow card there, does he? I think he does.
Yeah, he does.
Second yellow card of the game.
I thought it was wanted because
was that on Taylor?
I think it was Mandron, was it? I think Tavernier was away there.
Or maybe Jonah Ayunga.
Yeah, it was Ayunga. think it was Ayunga. The Mandron's in front of us.
So that would be both Mandron and Ayunga. Probably fouled, probably booked for the same kind of foul, a tug on the jersey. So 2 yellow cards, but St Mirren won't mind that too much because they are 3 minutes away from drawing 0-0 at half time with Rangers, and they've conceded a somewhat needless corner kick. There was a wee bit too much juice on that header back to his goalkeeper by Gogic, and actually, because it was a header, I'm not sure why Zach Hemming didn't try and pick it up. Anyway, he's put the ball back behind goal for another Rangers corner. 42.5 minutes, Rangers 0, St Mirren 0, but Václav Černý has this corner from the left. He doesn't play it in, he goes short to Hadji. Černý gets it back from Hadji. Can he now deliver? Steps inside his man to the byline. Decent chip ball by Václav Černý, but it's headed away by St Mirren to the edge of the area, and Quinton Nasiala up from centre back tries a couple of dips of the shoulder. He's done okay, but it's easily dealt with his cross. And did Tavernier get a flick on that? Well, yeah, Phillips let it run out because it did come off the head of the Rangers captain. 2 minutes to go until half time. Rangers 0, St Mirren 0, and St Mirren comfortably dealing with most things that are lobbed into the box.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't see a Rangers player out there who's capable. Maybe Dessers, maybe, that's going to go and win a ball in the air in the box. And centre backs aren't. So it's been really, really comfortable for St Mirren from all of Rangers' set plays.
Goalless here at Ibrox between Rangers and St Mirren. Elsewhere in the Premiership today, a great win for Hibs over Celtic, 2-1 at Easter Road. Aberdeen are 0-0 with Kilmarnock. Dundee United are a goal up against Motherwell, and Ross County are drawing 1-1 with Dundee. St Mirren, through their goalkeeper Zach Hemming, will go long. There's nobody in the area of the pitch that he chips the ball up to though, so Jefty at left back for Rangers takes his time, brings the ball down, goes to Nico Raskan, and Rangers once again will try and build their way through the St Mirren press, but St Mirren have got pretty much everyone back behind the ball just about as Jefty tries to play the ball forward. It should be easy though for Gogic, who takes a decent touch. Dessers couldn't get there, and Gogic just hits the ball out of play. That'll be a throw into Rangers, who have 60 seconds to get a goal, otherwise it's 0-0 at half time. As now then Hamza Igaman goes in there on Mark O'Hara. It's a straight red card for Hamza Igaman. The studs were up. Kevin Clancy has no hesitation. A straight red for Hamza Igaman. Mark O'Hara is down, holding his head in his arms. He's poleaxed. However, this will be checked, of course, by VAR. Hamza Igaman is waving his left hand in the air as if to say that's not a straight card offence. We'll soon find out. As things stand on the stroke of half time, Rangers are down to 10 men, but there is a VAR check for serious foul play, Ian McCall.
Yeah, well, the first thing you'll say is Igaman is convinced. I mean, it's right on the tackle, convinced it's not a sending off. I don't think his foot was off the ground. Whether it was undue force, I don't know. We've not got we can't see a replay up here. What it'll go to in VAR, who knows, but Igaman is absolutely certain it's not a straight red.
Well, Kevin Clancy was right beside it and couldn't get his red card out quick enough. Grant Irvin is the VAR. He is looking at this. The screens at Ibrox are telling us checking red card and yellow, serious foul play. There's 2 minutes added on. That is slightly inconsequential because St Mirren, already doing well at 0-0 right on the stroke of half time, are wondering whether they're playing against 10 or 11 now. Referee Kevin Clancy has been brought across to have a look at the monitor. We can't see it, but the fact that he is being asked to review his decision suggests to me that Hamza Igaman may well live to fight another day. He may well see out the rest of this match. The referee Kevin Clancy, hands on hips, is looking at the VAR monitor. The fans around Ibrox hold their breath. The St Mirren fans want one thing, the rest of Ibrox clearly wants another. All the players are waiting for the referee's decision. Hamza Igaman is getting a wee cuddle, a wee arm around his shoulder from Mohamed Diamande. What is the referee's decision? Kevin Clancy shows the screen sign, brings the player towards him, looks like he's going to rescind the red. Out comes the red card, which is rescinded. It will, however, be a yellow card for Hamza Igaman, the youngster from Morocco. He smiles, he doesn't even think it's a yellow card. However, he'll take his medicine. Rangers will play on with 11, and it remains Rangers 0, St Mirren 0, 11 v 11.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a yellow. I don't think any doubt of that, but it's interesting to see St Mirren players. They initially, but once they got together, I think they all thought it was a yellow card as well. I don't think anybody thought it was a red. It was just maybe the reactions of one or two of the players at first that Kevin Clancy reacted with a red card. I think, whilst I've not seen it again, I think yellow is probably a correct decision. Although Stephen Robinson talked there, the fourth official, I'm not sure he agrees. Stephen
Robinson having a chat there with Duncan Williams. There were certainly no massive claims from the St Mirren players. Mark O'Hara stayed down. It was clearly not the best challenge. It was clearly a free kick to St Mirren, but the red card's been downgraded to a yellow. It's 47 minutes show on the big scoreboard. There'll be a few minutes added to that yet as Igaman gets a round of applause for keeping the Rangers attack going. The ball's played across now. Did that come off a hand? Rangers are claiming for a corner kick that's not coming. It's going to be a goal kick. However, as the ball came across there and Dessers tried to get there, I wonder did it come off Alex Gogic's hand? If it did, VAR will intervene. If they don't, it'll be a goal kick to St Mirren that Zach Hemming is absolutely in no hurry to take whatsoever.
I immediately thought it may have been, but there's no Rangers players at all claiming for it, so I think it's unlikely.
Having a look at Kevin Clancy, he's not indicating that the goalkeeper should hesitate in his taking of this goal kick. He's looking at his watch, the referee. Kevin Clancy looks like he may be about to blow for the half-time whistle. 48 minutes, we still play on, and that's good hassling from St Mirren. Ayunga's won the ball back for them. Jeffrey's won it off him at the corner flag, though, the Rangers corner flag, and Ciala goes short to Nico Raskan. Is there one last attack in this match for Rangers before the half-time whistle is blown? They'll have to show a little bit more urgency about their play if there is. Diomande deep in his own half, goes out to Robin Proper, out to his captain James Tavernier. He chips the ball forward looking for Cherny. St Mirren flick of the head gets that back to Zach Hemming, who should stop it going out for the goal kick as the clock ticks towards 49 minutes. I'm expecting Kevin Clancy to blow any second now. And what a dramatic last couple of minutes we've had. A red card for Hamza Igaman overturned and downgraded to a yellow. Referee Kevin Clancy yet again looks at his watch. The goal kick comes from Zach Hemming. I'm hesitating and pausing just to see what the reaction is from the Rangers faithful. Boos ring around Ibrox. Not for the first time this season. That's because they feel there hasn't been enough urgency about this Rangers performance. St Mirren have played well. They've created arguably the best chance. That was early on when Mika Mandron was gifted the ball by the Rangers goalkeeper Jack Butland. He made amends with a terrific save. There were a couple of saves up the other end for Zach Hemming. Nothing hugely consequential though, and that's why the half-time score at a disgruntled, unhappy Ibrox is Rangers 0, St Mirren 0.
Sports Sound, live football commentary.
Online at BBC Sport Scotland. There's no substitute.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. They've had plenty of the ball. They've taken the game to Aberdeen as well. And it's been a forward-thinking formation with the two up top with Wales and Watkins, who have worked hard, but they haven't really caused Aberdeen enough issues. And Aberdeen just having Nisbet up there has really struggled to create anything, and Papagay's not kind of engaged with him. As the half-time whistle goes here at Pittodrie, it's 0-0.
Yeah, thanks to Willie Miller. You felt it was important for the Dons to kick on following that victory last weekend. It's still very much in the balance up there at Pittodrie. Stay with us. All the half-time reports to come on Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland.
Chance! And it's a goal! Oh, what a goal!
All the action from all the biggest games.
Oh, it's the second goal!
This is Open All Mics from Sports Sound.
From BBC Radio Scotland.
You're listening to Sports Sound on BBC Radio Scotland. We kicked off at midday today, 12:30 start at Easter Road. What a fantastic match. Hibs 2, Celtic 1, a double from Josh Campbell, a late goal from Daiz Maeda in 68 minutes. They thought they'd equalised, but the ball had gone out of play in the build-up to that move. So 2-1 for Hibs. So much quality, so much drama in that game. You can watch all the action on Sports Scene this evening, BBC Scotland from 7:15. Let's then get to our 3 o'clock kickoffs. Let's start at Ibrox. Rangers are home to St Mirren and get the half-time report from Billy Dodds.
Yeah, frustration at half-time for Rangers, Kenny. They started well with the first 10-15 minutes. put St Mirren on the back foot, but St Mirren definitely grew into the game and looked comfortable at half time. First chance came after 4 minutes. It was a corner. It was offside anyway. Hadji was edge of the box. He headed it towards Diamandi, who was 6 yards, and Hemming made a great save, but it was flagged for offside. 6 minutes later, Butland took a chance for Rangers. Real shaky period for Jack Butland, although he played brilliantly at Hearts last week, but playing out from the back, it was poor. He passed it straight to Ayunga, who had the shot saved. He redeemed himself, and then Mandaron, it broke to Mandaron, who hit a half volley, but Butland managed to just tip it over the crossbar. Czerny, well, Rangers had a couple of chances, but not great, but Czerny then, the shot was blocked away by Hemming's legs. Dessers had another one when he was played down a little channel into the box. He was at the angle, he fired it in from about 6 yards. Hemming made another save, but it was also offside. Alabiusu for St Mirren, they weren't out it. Had a running cross just before half time, found Mandarin, couldn't direct his header on goal, and then a bit of controversy just right on the break. Igamani flew into a challenge with Mark O'Hara. O'Hara threw himself up in the air. I thought I got a bit of the ball. I thought it was a yellow at most, but Kevin Clancy produced a red card, which he was asked to go to the monitor, and he soon rescinded it after that robust tackle from Igaman. So Igaman stayed on the pitch and just got a yellow. Kevin Clancy was booed off at half time. Rangers are frustrated at half time, and St Mirren enjoying it at half time. Half time at Ibrox, it's Rangers 0, St Mirren 0.
There's an option of online commentary from that game at Ibrox with Keradine Idsan and Ian McCall. Ian McCall, your thoughts on that first half at Ibrox?
I think St Mirren have been terrific. I think Rangers have been, I don't like using his language is strong. I think they've been awful, like really, really awful, even for in the attacking areas. You know, Hadji just hasn't produced, Czerny hasn't produced, Igaman hasn't, and I like Igaman hasn't produced. Dessers hasn't been able to hold the ball up. There's been so many misplaced passes. They've not been positive enough. I think St Mirren, every single player knows what they're doing. They haven't got the same quality of player, but they press the ball really well. And when they need to defend deep, they defend deep with 5 players across the back as a back 5. You know, St Mirren have looked every bit as threatening as Rangers. Rangers have been a really, really poor watch, and I'm wondering if Clement will take Igaman off. Dodsley obviously said I didn't think it was a sending off either. I thought booking at very most, and I think everybody agreed with that, even the St Mirren players, and maybe Danilo off, because you can't afford Igaman to do one more poor challenge. But really, really poor at Ibrox, and the crowd is on the verge of, well, not on the verge of, it's already turned. It's just not good. It's not good.
Yeah, very much in the balance there at Ibrox. So a reminder, the option of online commentary with Keradine and Ian. Billy will bring us all the news on Open All Mics. Next stop, Tannadice. Dundee United at home to Motherwell. Let's get the half-time report from Alan Preston.
Motherwell manager Michael Wimmer can find his side 1-0 down in the opening 30 minutes, where it was very much a stalemate. No chances created, but in the 30th minute, a Campbell cross, Ferry with an effort just over the top of the crossbar. But that was a sighter. For a minute later, Dundee United took the lead. A brilliant cross from Strain on the right. There was Sam Dalby, the top goal scorer, flicking the header into the back of the net. Wonderful finish from the big striker. Could Motherwell respond? They got a corner in 36 minutes. Gordon headed it back at post. There was Armstrong just about to put it in, but it was bundled off the line by Dundee United. Then Maswanisi had a shot from 30 yards just wide, and just before half time, Payton had a strike just wide of the target. I think for Michael Wimmer, his team's got to do better. Can he get Lennon Miller on the ball higher up the park? He's playing very deep and creating, but not really creating from there. He's too far away from his strikers. I would like to see him further up the park with his creative ability that he's got. So there's a lot of work to be done in that half time for Motherwell, but the half time score is Dundee United 1, Motherwell 0.
Thanks to Alan. Next stop, Pittodrie. Aberdeen at home to Kilmarnock. Let's hear from Willie Miller.
Yeah, Kenny, 0-0 here with Pittodrie at half time. It hasn't been a spectacular game of football. It's been competitive though, and it's it's always caught your attention, but very little goal mouth action. The game has raged from one penalty box to the other, but whenever it gets up there, just lacking in creativity, lacking in anything that is going to cause the defences problems. Both defences well organised and have defended extremely well. A couple of major incidents on the 40-minute mark. The first one coming when referee Nick Walsh awarded a penalty to Kilmarnock. It was Liam Donnelly that went down in the box. It looked from where the referee was standing that Tobers had clipped his heel as he was right through in goal, and he awarded the penalty, but then he was invited to have a look at the incident, and he came back and decided there wasn't any contact at all, and it was reversed. Tobers was booked, and that was reversed as well. And then Aberdeen had the ball in the back of the net just a minute later when it was sent long ball forward. Papa Gay had set it up for Jep Ockles, who actually finished it extremely well, but it came back from an offside position to curl it in from the left hand side towards the far post. So, you know, a well taken goal, but unfortunately for Aberdeen, it was chalked off by VAR. And so at half time here at Pittodrie, it's 0-0.
Thanks to Willie Miller. Let's get to Dingwall. Ross County at home to Dundee, and hear from John Robertson.
Yeah, and it's half time. Ross County 1, Dundee 1. Normally the drama comes late at Dingwall, but it was early. It was just 4.5 minutes in when the ball was rolled to Simon Murray. Who else? He looked up, composed, curled the ball into Jordan Ameter's top left hand corner to give the visitors the lead. But that didn't deter County. They came flying right back down. Harmon a shot from outside the box, well saved by McCracken before. Hale smashed one that the big keeper done well to tip past the post. Then a corner Randall shot after 12 minutes was tipped past the post as Ross County kept the pressure up. They forced half a dozen corners and free kicks around the box, and eventually after 19 minutes it paid off. The ball was flared by Harmon to the back post. Casper Lapata got up, headed it across the face of the goal, and there was Kieran Phillips to bundle the ball into the net for a deserved equaliser. Finlay Robertson for the visitors then warned John Manisa's hands, a 25-yard free kick which the big keeper did well to keep up, and then Chilvers had a shot just over the bar after 35 minutes. So it's level at the interval. It's Ross County 1, Dundee 1.
Thank you to John Robertson. So in the top flight, the lunchtime kick-off finish, Hibs 2, Celtic 1. In the 3 o'clock games, Aberdeen 0, Kilmarnock 0, Dundee United 1, Motherwell 0, Rangers 0, St Mirren 0, Ross County 1, Dundee 1. Let's get into the championship. Let's head for Somerset Park. Ayr United at home to Livingston, and hear from Chick Young.
Half time, Ayr United 0, Livingston 1, and as we stand, Livy will have leapfrogged Ayr United into second place in the championship race, tucked in behind Falkirk. They will be just 4 points behind the Bairns if it stays like this at close of play. Well, clearly Ayr United need to do something in the second half. The only goal of the game came after 34 minutes, a corner on the right hand side, and Danny Wilson just seemed to me to have the simplest of headers, just come on to and floated the ball into the net beyond Robbie Much, who's been brought into the Ayr United team. He was out on loan at Stranraer. It's Harry Stone, who's been outstanding apart from one mistake last week, but Ayr United been dropped by Scott Brown. Much in the goal. I'm not saying he was to blame for it, but it was a simple goal for Ayr United to lose, and that has been the difference. At the moment, we have had almost every conceivable it's image of weather in the first 45 minutes here. At the moment it's glorious sunshine, but the rain has been battering down sleet-like at times, and that has made this pitch very slippy, very heavy in areas, and the players have toiled at times with it, and I think this could be a mistake in this game which could be crucial. An unforced error because of the conditions in the surface. We'll see what happens in the second half, but Ayr United with it all to do. David Martindale will be happy with the two coaches at the moment. It is Livingston who lead Ayr United at half time by 1-0.
Thanks to Chick Young. Let's now hear from Gully Singh. He is at Firhill for Partick Thistle against Airdrie.
Yeah, Kenny, it's currently Partick Thistle 1, Airdrie 0. All the early possession was for Rhys McCabe's side. Thistle really struggling to get a hold of the ball. Adam Frizzell orchestrating a few moves without anything definitive. But just after the 15-minute mark, Thistle finally found their stride. Airdrie lost the ball. Stuart Brannigan led the break out to the left. He passed it to Megwa. He picked his pass and fed Brian Graham. He slotted it into the bottom left-hand corner for the opener. On 30 minutes, Lewis McGrattan for the away side setting an effort wide of the right-hand post after Brannigan failed to clear just outside the Thistle box. It was a near second for New Look Thistle. Ben Stanley looked like he was searching for Graham at the back post. His curled effort sent beyond Kieran Wright. He hit the post, it bounced back out. Logan Chalmers found some space on the follow-up. His effort was kept out by Wright. On 39 minutes, Stuart Brannigan rightfully given a yellow card. Thistle lost the ball. He brought down the attacker. But Kinneil Megwa, only a few minutes before that, found himself in a pretty similar situation. Managed to escape referee David Dickinson's book there for a yellow card, but certainly not enough quality from the Diamonds. They're still in this, so it's only the one goal, but a second for Brian Graham's side should be enough for all 3 points. We've just kicked off. Currently Partick Thistle 1, Airdrie 0.
So in the championship, Ayr United 0, Livingston 1, Dunfermline 0, Queen's Park 0, Partick Thistle 1, Airdrie 0, Wraith Rovers 1, Hamilton Accies 0 in League 1. Annan Athletic 1, Alloa 0. Cove Rangers 1, Dumbarton 1. Kelty Hearts 0, Inverness Cally Thistle 0. Montrose 0, Queen of the South 1. 5:30 start. Stenhousemuir are at home to Arbroath in League 2. Bonnyrigg 0, Forfar Athletic 1. Clyde 0, Spartans 1. East Fife 0, Peterhead 0. Elgin City 1, Edinburgh City 1. Stranraer 2, Stirling Albion 0. And in England, the lunchtime kick-off finish: Everton 2, Manchester United 2. In the 3 o'clock starts, Arsenal 0, West Ham United 1. Bournemouth 0, Wolves 1. Bournemouth down to 10 men. Fulham 0, Crystal Palace 1. Ipswich Town 1, Spurs 2. Southampton 0, Brighton 1. 5:30 start. Aston Villa are at home to Chelsea. Plenty more to bring you on Sport Sound this afternoon. Open mics is just about to get underway again, and for full second half commentary of Rangers against St Mirren, that's available online, bbc.co.uk/Sport Scotland.
Sports Sound, live football commentary.
Online at BBC Sport Scotland. There's no substitute.
Welcome back to Ibrox, where St Mirren are taking to the fields, and they're taking to the field pretty content with their afternoon's work so far. It's Rangers 0, St Mirren 0, and I'm just having a look to see if there's going to be any half-time substitutions. Ian McCall, would you make any if you were managing Rangers today?
Well, you could. I mean, you could take quite a few off, but you know, there is a train of thought saying, well, listen, you've got yourself into this. 0-0, you've played really poorly, they can only do better. The only one you'd say is Eagleman, and I like Eagleman, I like watching him. He's not done well today, but he's another daft one away from getting sent off, and that would be a major problem. So it may be a Danilo on for Eagleman, I don't know, or even no, that would probably be the only change you would make, but I think they'll probably stay the same.
I'll run through the St Mirren team because Rangers still haven't taken to the field. I wonder if the half-time talking to from Philippe Clement is still going on in the home dressing room. St Mirren, Zach Hemming in goal. Zach Hemming, he had a couple of saves to make in that first half, but nothing out of the ordinary, you'd have to say. Taylor, Gogic and Fraser really impressive in front of him in the wide wing-back areas. Declan John and Ryan Alebiosu in midfield. Mark O'Hara, Caelan Boyd-Munce and Killian Phillips, he of the long throw. And up top, the physical presence of Mikel Mandron and Jonah Ayunga have caused Rangers a few problems, and indeed Jonah Ayunga should have opened the scoring after just 8 minutes when he was gifted the ball inside the penalty area by a poor attempted pass by homekeeper Jack Butland, who, in fairness to the Englishman, made amends with a good save, and then it came back to his strike partner Mikel Mandron, who blasted over. A corner was given, so it was either a save or somebody deflected it over. But within the first 10 minutes, that was an incredible chance for St Mirren to take a shock lead here. We're still waiting for Rangers to come out. Ian McCall, what is going on here?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know why. I mean, I don't think he'll be talking for that. You could talk, mind you could have talked for about an hour about how poor they were, and I don't say that lightly. I don't like slagging players of any club, but it wasn't good enough for Rangers. I thought St Mirren were really well organised. Why they're taking so long to get out, maybe there is a change coming, maybe there's a couple of changes. I don't see Danilo out in the pitch kind of warming up, so who knows.
Well, the St Mirren manager Stephen Robinson is smiling down in front. He's wondering if Rangers are going to turn up for the second half. He's actually gone to the mouth of the tunnel. He's looked up the tunnel to see where they are, as players are having to do another wee mini warm-up. They're doing keepy-uppies in the centre circle, some of them. The substitutes are, with their yellow luminous tops on, are trying to keep themselves amused as well. Out come Rangers now, finally, led out by captain James Tavernier. The goalkeeper Butland is still there. Hadji comes out, so does Betters and Proper. Still no sign of any changes. Jeff Dayton, Ciala, Diomandi, Eagleman and Cherney. Looks like there's no change. Is anyone missing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 so far. Is there a change? And if so, who would it be? Who's missing from that Rangers lineup?
Is Raskin's not out
Here
yet?
He comes now, yeah. I'd be astonished if it was Raskin.
Yeah.
A lot of the play goes through him, doesn't it, Ian? He's kind of the playmaker. It's been a bit too slow and laboured from Rangers' point of view.
Listen, I think Raskin's been, I hate to say it, I think he's terrific. I think he's been arguably Rangers' best player, most consistent player all season. He's been really, really poor today. He's not been quick enough. He's given the ball away. He's got to do better in the second half. I'm sure he will.
The voice of Ian McCall, who was with Rangers from 87 to 89 as a player, managed amongst others Falkirk, Dundee United, Partick Thistle, Nail United. You'll probably give me some stick for not mentioning the other teams that he did successfully manage. We'll see what transpires in this second half. We will also see what transpires from a Rangers point of view, because as Ian was saying, frankly, in the first half, not good enough. Celtic, remember, lost 2-1 at Easter Road, so Rangers have a chance to close the gap to just the 10 points. They need to win though. It's 0-0. We've just started the second half, and Rangers, as you would expect, are on the attack. They want a sharp, quick start. Jeffrey on the edge of the St Mirren penalty area. Can Rangers get the early second half goal that would settle things down? And the ball comes across in front of Cyril Dessers, and if you're a centre forward, why are you not lunging to try and slide through and get a touch on that? Because if he did, it would have been 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, listen, his positioning was really good. You know, he was able to see Godget's number in the box, which means Godget can't see him. He just didn't make that last little yard early enough, because he wouldn't have been offside. He gets in, any type of touch is going to be a goal.
Well, that is exactly the kind of fast start that the Rangers manager Philippe Clement would have wanted. There were ages in the dressing room and up the tunnel, the Rangers players, so no doubt the instructions have been relayed in ever more sharp, clear language by the Belgian manager. He will want more energy, he will want a better protection of the football, he will want chances created, he will want goals scored. As it stands though, St Mirren very happy as we reach 46.5 minutes. The scoreline at Rangers 0, St Mirren 0. It's back with Jack Butland, and he has sliced that left-footed attempted clearance. St Mirren will pick up. Once again, Rangers put pressure on themselves. St Mirren have the ball deep in Rangers territory. Lebiosu's done well once again. And a chance for a shot here from the edge of the area instead of a little flick back. Now Mark O'Hara, the St Mirren captain, on the edge of the Rangers penalty area, comes back to Richard Taylor. A high up and under to the back post is not dealt with particularly well. Killian Phillips nicely touched to Boyd Muntz. St Mirren are stroking the ball about on the edge of the Rangers penalty area quite nicely. A little step over from Lebiosu. He's fancied his chance against Jeffrey all afternoon long, and once again he's done well. Now Caleb Boyd Muntz chips it to the back post, and Butland thought about making the save. I wasn't sure whether he would have to make one. I think he was happy just to let it go by for the goal kick. That has happened, but once again St Mirren impressive with the football.
It was. I mean, from our angle, Kerry, it looked as if it was going to nick itself in at the back post, but I think Butland had it well covered and chose just to leave it, and he was right to do that.
Well, this has all the makings of a fascinating second half. Rangers 0, St Mirren 0. Rangers with the early chance there, kind of a half chance you could maybe say, as Dessers didn't quite get there in time from Jeffrey's intelligent ball. Then Caleb Boyd Muntz with that chip ball, it nearly found the top right hand corner. But that's why Jack Butland gets paid the big bucks. He knew when I didn't that was not going into the top corner. However, Hamza Igaman, with that red card, the young Moroccan downgraded to the yellow. He's just bustled off the ball, but St Mirren can't keep hold of it. Rangers have the throw in. Referee Kevin Clancy wants it taken from a few yards further back. James Tavernier throws the ball back to Robin Proper, who has it right on the edge of his own area, and once again that high St Mirren press is in evidence. The black and white striped jerseys pressing the blue tops and the white shorts of the Rangers players, but they've played it out to the left hand side to Cyril Dessers. He's now aiming towards the St Mirren penalty area. Is that a corner kick? Yes, it was a shot blocked away by St Mirren, and Rangers have their first corner of the second half after 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, well listen, it was really positive from Cyril Dessers. When he gets out wide, tries to take his man on, Hudson Strike gets the corner. You know, I think everybody else has got to, and the Rangers certainly in a blue jersey has got to be that bit more positive.
Corner from the left hand side will be taken by Vaclav Cherny's left boot, so it will be an outswinger from that left hand side, and it comes. Up go the heads, St Mirren get it away towards the edge of the area. Tavernier thinks about the shot, changes his mind, the Rangers captain. Game number 498, as we were saying, just too shy of 500 appearances for Rangers, for the Rangers captain. A few howls have arisen from the stands around, because Rangers have gone all the way back to English keeper Jack Butland, who's high up and under, is well gathered well by Dessers. Good play from him. Gogic tries to bustle him out the way. Gogic has done well, has he, just to let the ball run out for the goal kick. Strong play initially from Dessers, even stronger play from Gogic, who gives a wee glance across here to I think it's Graham Stewart, the near side assistant referee, asking him for a free kick that didn't come. 0-0 goal kick St Mirren.
Yeah, Godget's is terrific for St Mirren, isn't he? He's reading of the game. I mean, you'd see him getting there late sometimes. You see him maybe lunging and trying to. But he's always reading the game really, really well there, and he was always comfortable to win his team a bye kick there.
Yeah,
good player.
31 appearances so far for St Mirren in all competitions this season. 1 goal. It was here at Ibrox, of course. St Mirren thought they might escape with a point, but Rangers in the end, through Václav Černy's second half goal, took the win here. St Mirren got revenge on Boxing Day, of course. Now lovely footwork from Egeman. Here come Rangers. A 1-2 with Dessers. Egeman into the area. Chance for Egeman. He just can't quite get there quickly enough. And the man that Ian McCall's just been talking about, Gogic, Alex Gogic, superb defending just to nudge him out of the way, means he couldn't get any purchase in the shot, safely through to the arms of St Mirren goalkeeper Zach Hemming.
Yeah, just read it really, really well again. I mean, it was great play from Egeman and Dessers and really positive touch. Gogic read the situation brilliantly. Oh, he's
chance here for St Mirren. Now they are in. The shot comes in. It's safe. No, it's not. It's a goal for St Mirren. Oh, it's ruled out for a foul though on Inciala. Well, Mika Mandron finished beautifully past Jack Butland there. The referee then blew his whistle to indicate that the defender Inciala had been fouled. Presumably this will then be reviewed by VAR, and St Mirren thought they'd taken the lead through Mikael Mandron. Initially I thought that Butland might have been able to get the save made, but the ball trickled by him into the back of the net. Now VAR will check for a disallowed goal for a foul.
I tell you, listen, I'd love to see what Leanne and Rory said. I know they're in the studio, but it didn't look like a foul to me. I don't think anybody claimed for it, but you know, it's went to VAR, so they'll be able to tidy it up.
Mika Mandron's left-footed strike beat Jack Butland, but referee Kevin Clancy blew for a foul on Inciala. VAR is having a look now. The goal has been disallowed. That's the on-field decision. Referee Kevin Clancy, with his hands on his hips, is just waiting for an instruction from Grant Irvin in Clydesdale House at the VAR HQ. Will the referee come across and have a look? Are Rangers in further trouble here, or is the disallowed goal going to be the correct decision? He's listening to instructions in his left ear. He's just telling Nico Raskal not to come near him. Referee Kevin Clancy is getting some clear instructions from VAR to which we are not privy, so I'm having to second guess what's going on here. Still the referee with his hands on his hips, clearly getting instruction from the VAR HQ, who are having a look to see whether Inciala was fouled by Mikael Mandron before he then put the ball past the Rangers goalkeeper. Is it safe to disallow the goal, or does the referee have to come across and potentially review his decision?
Well, it's a long look, Carradine, isn't it? I mean, that's been at least a minute now, so it's obviously a tight decision either way.
Jack Butland will be one of the most relieved players here, including defender Clinton Inciala, if it is disallowed. Kevin Clancy's now getting instructions. Still they go, still they have a look, as if he's saying, look, it's not my fault, guys, I'm just waiting for the VAR guys to have a look. It was a marginal foul if it was one. That's what Ian McCall's hinting at. He didn't think it was a foul. If VAR agrees with him, referee Kevin Clancy will be brought over to the monitor and be invited to review his decision. As things stand, his decision is to disallow the goal for a foul in the build-up. Nico Raskan isn't too happy with the delay. It's the second VAR check, of course. We've already had VAR drama with the red card for Egeman being downgraded to a yellow. So the on-field decision was reviewed. Now then, Kevin Clancy's coming across to have a look. Will this indeed be a St Mirren goal? Here he comes now. The Rangers fans and the St Mirren fans, of course, wait with bated breath. He's now having a look to see whether he needs to change his decision for the second time in the match. He's disallowed the goal, so for him it's Rangers nil, St Mirren nil. However, VAR think he should have a look, because VAR are not convinced that there's a foul, and if not, Mika Mandron went on and put the ball beyond Jack Butland. Drama here for the second time at Ibrox. Now he's had a look. His decision is to allow the goal. St Mirren take the lead at Ibrox. Remarkable scenes here as they go across to celebrate the goal in front of their delirious travelling band of supporters. At Ibrox it is Rangers nil, St Mirren 1. Quite extraordinary scenes here.
Yeah, I mean, first, as I said, when you watch it in real time, it didn't look like a foul to me, and I don't think you always tell from players' reaction. I don't think Rangers players reacted as if it was a foul, so it was obviously 50-50, and the goal's been given, obviously, and 1-0 to Mirren, and deservedly so.
Mika Mandron for St Mirren. He bustled past Nsiala. Great finish for him, getting it past Jack Butland into the side of the net. The goal was initially disallowed because of a foul that Kevin Clancy thought had happened by Mandron on Nsiala, overturned by VAR. So 55 minutes played. Drama here at Ibrox. Mika Mandron's fine finish has put St Mirren 1-0 up, and the Rangers fans are absolutely furious because not only are they a goal behind, but once again they've gone back to go forward. 55 minutes on the clock. St Mirren, well, they're a long way from the full-time whistle, of course. 35 minutes still to play. However, they have a priceless 1-goal advantage, and earlier on in the game, don't forget, Jack Butland had a great save to stop Jonah Ayunga putting St Mirren ahead after 8 minutes. St Mirren since then have shown good energy and organisation, and there's not too many people within this stadium, Ian McCall, who would say St Mirren don't deserve their lead. I'll bring you in a moment, because St Mirren once again are coming forward. Alebiosu's trying to work his way into the area. Gogic is underneath it, wins one header, then the second one. Rangers fans aren't happy because St Mirren are showing a greater appetite and a hunger and a desire to get to the ball. Vaclav Cherny does well to keep the ball in. St Mirren try and get themselves back into position. The ball is inside the Rangers half with Diomande out there to Jeffney, who strides across the halfway line. More urgency about Rangers now because they're a goal behind. Rangers 0, St Mirren 1. Can the cross come in from the left hand side? It's a good one. Goes all the way across. Yanis Hadji is wondering where everybody was. He's holding his head in his hands, the Romanian. That was a perfectly good cross. No one was there, and now we're going to get a substitution. Philippe Clement, after 56 minutes with the score at Rangers 0, St Mirren 1, is going to the bench. Danilo is coming on. Ian McCall.
Yeah, I mean, Cyril Dessers has got to score. I mean, if you're a centre forward or number 9 with that type of delivery into the box, you've just got to go and put it in the net. I mean, it's an absolutely fantastic delivery. Hadji's got to take up those positions more often, further up the field, and be more positive. It's Egeman that's coming off, Kerridin.
Egeman comes off maybe because he's on a yellow card. That red card, remember, downgraded just before half time. For an afternoon the officials are having VAR and Kevin Clancy very, very busy. 2 on-field decisions were deemed incorrect. One of them was to show a red card to Hamza Egeman. That was downgraded to yellow. He's now gone off and been replaced by Danilo. And the other key crunch decision was to allow, after a VAR review, allow the Mika Mandron strike, which has given St Mirren a 1-0 advantage at Ibrox. Danilo's first touch is a good one, so is his second one. He skips away from a couple of St Mirren players. Then he gets Yanis Hadji scampering away down the left hand side. Much more urgency from Rangers. They're outside the St Mirren penalty area. Hadji outside to Nico Raskin, will try the right foot shot. Ooh, good save from the goalkeeper Zach Hemming. This is much more like it from Rangers. Plenty power and direction there from Nico Raskin. It was headed to the bottom left hand corner until Zach Hemming dived to his left and palmed it away for yet another Rangers corner.
If you're sitting as a Rangers fan though, Kerridin, you're thinking, why is it taking for someone to score to show this urgency? And you were spot on. You know, it's just hunger and desire. That's a prerequisite.
In comes the corner, up go the Rangers' heads. St Mirren will scramble it away. 51 minutes is the time credited for that Mika Mandron goal for St Mirren. 59 minutes on the clock at the moment. The Ibrox scoreline is Rangers 0, St Mirren 1. A ball chipped forward looking for Diomande. He's let it run across him. Can he keep the ball in at the corner flag? He can. Back to Vaclav Cherny. Much more urgency about Rangers now. James Tavernier crosses poorly. Nowhere near Danilo, nowhere near Dessers. And St Mirren through Alebiosu will have a chance to come, and Ryan Alebiosu's shown loads of energy down that right hand side. He's just done a wee bit too much there. The ball has gone out for a throw into Rangers. Now Stephen Robinson is thinking about things down there. He knows that his team are a goal to the good. He also knows a lot of his side have run themselves ragged, shown really good energy, great pressing, discipline. Is he thinking maybe of a change or two? We'll find out. We've played nearly an hour, and look at that scoreboard. Rangers 0, St Mirren 1. Remember, 1991, the last time St Mirren won here. Kevin McGowan scored that day. Here comes Rangers looking for an equaliser. That man Gogic is there. The goalkeeper goes down. Half chance for Rangers.
Handball.
Jefty is going to try and keep the ball in there near the corner flag. Gogic has headed it away. Zach Hemming has gone down claiming a foul. The Rangers fans are not happy. They want a penalty potentially for a possible handball. What did you see, Ian McCall? I'm not sure I saw a handball.
I think it did hit somebody's hand, but I'm not sure it can be given as a penalty. I don't think it was a foul on the goalie either, though.
Goalkeeper did well. Came out and made a block. He's just taking his time to get fully to his feet. It's Zach Hemming, who after an hour, you have to say, has not had an awful lot to do today, and that's maybe the biggest indictment on Rangers' afternoon so far, as of course is the scoreline. Rangers 0, St Mirren 1, live on BBC Radio Scotland and online. Ian McCall and Kerdian Adsana Ibrox, and the Rangers fans are looking for more from their side. Rangers have the ball deep in St Mirren territory down that left hand side. Jefty's hugging the touchline. Can he get the cross in? He can. It's long and it's deep. It's too deep for everyone except Václav Černý, who picks the ball up at the opposite corner flag. He'll think about taking his man on. Good defending from Fraser. Now Nico Raskan plays the ball in. St Mirren under pressure, struggling to get the ball out of their own penalty area. They'll try and do that now. Poor clearance from Alebiosu. Jefty will pick it up, not too far outside the St Mirren penalty area. Out now to Yanis Hadji, comes in field. James Tavernier's wanting the ball, gets it now, the Rangers captain. Out to Nico Raskan for Rangers. Now inside the penalty area, but that's well cut out by Richard Taylor. Dessers wanted to let the ball try and run across him. Good defending from St Mirren. Now can they pick up the ball? Can Killian Phillips nod it on there to the goal scorer Mika Mandron? St Mirren can't get hold of the ball. A huge roar goes up around Ibrox. The fans here urging their side on. The last thing they would want is for their team not to take advantage of a rare Celtic slip-up. Remember, the champions and league leaders losing 2-1 at Easter Road, thanks to Josh Campbell's double there. Rangers, though, are trailing at home to St Mirren. Rangers have been good at home so far this season by and large. They've only dropped 2 points here in the league. That was to Dundee United. Hadji now inside the St Mirren penalty area. Rangers chance here. Černý blasts it wide, and normally by the Czech standards, albeit it's on his slightly weaker right foot, he would at least have troubled the goalkeeper. He couldn't do it. Zach Hemming, the St Mirren keeper, I wonder if he might be struggling slightly from the incident maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago. And one of the Rangers players, in Ciala, has gone down inside the centre circle, so in his own penalty box, in his own 6-yard area. The St Mirren goalkeeper's not too happy, and Clinton Nsiala is sat virtually on the centre circle. I wonder if there might need to be another Rangers change.
I think Nsiala has got a problem in terms of the Černý chance. It's a really good chance. I just think he snatched at it, and you're right, it's maybe because it's on his right foot. He basically just went to bluter it, for want of a better word, and just didn't get anywhere near the target.
Well, what drama we've had at Ibrox in these opening 63 minutes. No wonder some of the St Mirren and Rangers players are coming across for a drink, for a chat with managers and technical staff. And Clinton Nsiala, can he continue in the match is the question from a Rangers point of view. Just looking at their options from the bench. Well, Rafa Fernandez is there. He could possibly come on. Ridvan Yilmaz, although that would mean probably James Tavernier moving in field. It's taking a long time, isn't it, Ian McCall? There's no signs that Nsiala is getting to his feet.
No, I just noticed Robin Proper wanting them to put the ball out a little bit earlier. He's away over talking to Philip Clement now, and I think he's really struggling. I don't know who Fernandez I saw against. I think he played against. I think it was Queen's Park actually, and wasn't. I know he's just a kid, but it didn't do overly well.
There will be some changes definitely. And interestingly enough,
he looks okay, I think.
At least 2 of the changes are going to be by St Mirren, because it looks like Elvis Bomono would be coming on, and if it's a straight swap, he would take the place of Alebiosu, whose race has maybe run given the energy he's put into these opening 64 and a bit minutes. And I wonder, would it be Toyosi Olasanya who might come on and relieve either Mandron or Ayunga, who've put in great shifts, the pair of them. They're stripped. I'm not sure if St Mirren are ready to make the change right now. And Ciala is saying he's happy to go on. Referee Kevin Clancy is saying, OK, if you're going to make the changes, make them. And sure enough, it will be the number 7. So Jonah Ayunga is coming off, and St Mirren's top scorer Toyosi Olasanya is coming on. A triple change indeed. Oisin Smith coming on and Elvis Bomono. Well, interesting stuff from the visiting boss, Stephen Robinson. He clearly feels a huge result is on here. He clearly feels some of his men, they've maybe run the race, and there's a triple substitution after 65 minutes. As Stephen Robinson hopes these changes will enable his side to see out what would be a famous win here at Ibrox.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they've been terrific thus far, and the energy they've expanded. As I say, they sit deep sometimes, but then the front five just go and really press the ball. I'm utterly amazed at how hard the two strikers work. I mean, they just press the ball. They're pressing 3 or 4 players at a time. So really well organised, St Mirren, and you really can't say they don't merit their 1 goal advantage.
Those changes have been made, so Olasanya on, Bomono on, Oisin Smith on. St Mirren leading at Ibrox by 1-0. We've played nearly 66 minutes. Can St Mirren hang on from here, or even build from here, or will Rangers be able to get themselves back into the match and then kick on and get the win that they and their fans so crave? It's been all Rangers for the last wee while. That's expected because they trail back to Clav Cherny just outside the area. Diomande out to James Tavernier. Tavernier goes back though to Nico Raskin. The home fans don't like it. They feel it's too slow, too predictable. Rangers though still with the ball. Hadji on that left hand side comes in field. St Mirren again showing good discipline, back defending in numbers. Rangers have it. Tavernier just outside the area, in spaces Diomande, he might come out. No, he goes inside instead to Dessers. Chance for Dessers! Oh, what a chance, Cyril Dessers. He was offside anyway, and that has spared his blushes, because from the edge of the 6-yard box, with the corner of the net gaping, which should have been rippling, Cyril Dessers shoots wide.
I didn't, usually I've been okay with my offsides today. I thought he looked onside there. Maybe he was offside, but you know what? You're right. He's got to score. He's just got to put it in the net and then hope VAR kind of rules the goal as legal.
Well, goodness me, what a chance for Cyril Dessers and Rangers. However, the offside flag went up. Graham Stewart had it up pretty quickly. So it remains Rangers 0, St Mirren 1, because in any case, I can't quite believe that Dessers blasted that wide. St Mirren struggling to hold on to the ball. You sense that Rangers are just, well, I was going to say building themselves into the game. Is that a foul for St Mirren in the centre circle? It is. A few gasps and groans from the fans around about me who can't quite believe that Rangers couldn't hold on to the ball. That was Killian Phillips. His socks even further rolled round now to his ankles.
He's been impressive,
hasn't he?
Yeah, get about the pitch really well. He can play a bit. First time I've seen St Mirren this season, I've got to say, and very, very impressed with them.
Yeah, I've seen them a fair bit. I saw them here when they lost 2-1. They were actually really, really good that day and were quite unlucky to lose. They then beat Rangers, of course, as the ball's chipped all the way forward, and Jack Butland, who's been beaten, of course, already by Mika Mandron, rolls the ball out. Jeffrey on the left-hand side. Over halfway, Hadji has to go back to Clinton Nsiala again. There are 2 St Mirren players pressing high. One of them is Toyosi Olasanya, who's just come on as a sub. The ball runs under Proper's boot. He has to hack the ball forward. It should be easy for St Mirren. It is. They give the ball away though. They might get a second chance. It's just hacked away by Taylor, looking for one of his strikers to try and get on the ball. There's a lot of energy around St Mirren. It's a wee bit chaotic at the moment, though they can't quite put their foot on the ball. The Rangers fans urge their team forward. 68 minutes played. Rangers 0, St Mirren 1. Mika Mandron after 51. Jefty, I thought he'd done well there, but he'd just overrun it. However, Cherny bails him out. Picks the ball up for Rangers once again. They're deep in St Mirren territory. A chance for Nico Raskin to get a crossover. It looks like he's just sclaffed that though, the Belgian. Unusually for him, it's behind for another goal kick to St Mirren. Their keeper looks like he's recovered, Zach Hemming, from whatever was ailing him a few moments ago. And as we tick down towards 69 minutes, it's still Rangers 0, St Mirren 1.
Yeah, and he's certainly, the goalkeeper's fine, but he's taking his time with everything. And you know what, they've earned the right to do that, I would say.
We're on the verge of a sensational result here in Govan, although 21 minutes to play, there's plenty of time. However, St Mirren are in here again. Now the substitute, a great chance! 2-0 St Mirren! It's absolutely extraordinary! Toyosi Olasanya on 69 minutes takes advantage of another defensive mix-up at the back for Rangers, and he blasts the ball beyond Jack Butland. Listen to the scoreline at Ibrox, because it is quite unbelievable. Toyosi Olasanya makes it. Rangers 0, St Mirren 2.
Yeah, mass exodus here now, and you know, just from a purely football level, in the salad, you just can't allow the ball to bounce. I mean, that's schoolboy stuff. You're always don't let it bounce. If you can get to it before the bounce, because that bounce just gives the striker an extra second to get onto the ball, and that's exactly what happened. He didn't need to. He could have just made the ball, headed it clear. And now, I mean, it is toxic at Ibrox now. And do you know what? They've every right to be, I've got to say, on this occasion, because for me, Rangers have been really, really poor today. They're all the supporters heading for the exit. Will be surprised there's many here at the end now, but they've got an absolute mountain to climb now, Kerrigan.
Credit to the manager as well. Stephen Robinson rolled the dice a few moments ago. He was already winning 1-0, but rather than just sit with what he had, he made a triple substitution. One of those subs was Toyosi Olasanya, who has just blasted St Mirren into a 2-goal lead at Ibrox. Well then, Rangers, what are you made of? What do the home side have left in the locker? They've got plenty of time, they've got 20 minutes, but they need to find 2 goals just to get a point out of this one. Down the left hand side, Jeffty showing ambition and energy. He's won inside a throw in. Loads of empty seats, as Ian McCall's saying, around Ibrox now. 19 and a bit minutes to go. Rangers are trailing at home by 2-0 against St Mirren, who may now sit back and camp deep in their own half and just ask Rangers to try and break them down. Tavernier, the Rangers captain, up towards Cyril Dessers, who is muscled off the ball. I don't think there's a foul there. He's been told by the referee and by thousands inside Ibrox just to get up, because no foul is coming. Now he does. Get himself back up to his feet.
That's indicative of the game. Dessers has went down 2 or 3 times. Taylor has out-muscled him all day.
Long crossfield ball will find Václav Černý in dangerous territory for a St Mirren point of view. Rangers go now to Tavernier, tries the shot. Well, you can see what James Tavernier's trying, and normally his right boot is more cultured than that. If that was a free kick, he would have had a chance of finding the top corner. The ball was rolling and he couldn't keep it down. Rangers will make another substitution. Bajrami, and a double substitution. Nedim Bajrami is coming on, so is Tom Lawrence. Off comes Diomande, and who else is coming off from a Rangers point of view? Hadji coming off. So Bajrami on, Lawrence on, Hadji and Diomande coming off. Can Lawrence and Bajrami bring the energy and the quality that Rangers need in these last 18-19 minutes or so?
Not a good sign, Diomande coming off and just walking 10 yards away from his manager into the dugout. That is not, for me, that is not a good sign.
72 minutes played here at Ibrox. St Mirren have a 2-goal lead. They also are just about in possession of the football, but Rangers win it back. Proper though just hacks the ball clear, almost like a rugby player going for touch. Doesn't find it though. The St Mirren goalie, Zach Hemming, just about gets the ball inside his own penalty area before he picks it up. Just as well for him. Normally after 73 minutes you'd be talking about all the saves that the St Mirren goalkeeper has had to make.
One.
Just about one, isn't it?
One. It was it was a strike. Was it from Raskan?
Yeah.
A strike low down his left.
Absolutely.
I think he'd one wee one in the first half, but other than that, nothing.
Which is why the scoreline reads, after 73 unbelievable minutes at Ibrox, Rangers 0, St Mirren 2. St Mirren coming forward. They can't quite keep hold of the ball. Neither though can Rangers. It's a little bit scrappy. St Mirren have it at the edge of the Rangers area. They're going to try and play some football, but James Tavernier reads the pass, and straight away they're on the break. Václav Černý has acres of space in which to run. Still Černý's going, thinks about the shot, cuts inside onto his left, and then he's muscled out of it by Oisin Smith, I think, who tracked back, who's just come on, the midfielder, showing a good defensive shift. That will be though a Rangers corner.
Yeah, I mean that was half a chance. Trying to get on his left foot was maybe a little bit too predictable. Could he have taken another couple of yards and just had a strike with his right foot?
James Tavernier will take this corner kick for Rangers. They need a goal, and they need a goal quickly. In comes the ball. It's headed away and then volleyed away by Oisin Smith, one of the 3 St Mirren changes in this second half. Remember, St Mirren leading here at Ibrox by 2-0. Jeffty goes long trying to find Tavernier, who can not keep the ball in. His first touch looked like it was decent, but it was just spinning away from him, and the Rangers captain trudges back towards the halfway line, having given away the goal kick. And St Mirren, a chance for them to regroup. And well, Stephen Robinson, in his wildest dreams yesterday, he will not have seen a scoreline with 15 minutes to go, just a wee bit more, of 2-0 to his own side.
No, I don't think so, but do you know what, the last game, I know it's not called Love Street now, whatever it's called, St Mirren Park, they won 2-1, and you know, they would come here and fancy their chances to win. They may not expect to be 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go. For me, you know, I was here the game against Queen's Park, and you know, and Queen's Park deserves so much credit for that game, but like, it is a freak result, and you know, there was one 25 years ago at Celtic Park, Inverness. This is more worrying for me. This game is more worrying for me in the league. St Mirren coming here and deservedly been winning. Maybe they don't deserve to be winning 2-0, but they certainly deserve to be ahead.
Maybe even more shocking, Ian, when we think about the last game here at Ibrox. Queen's Park came here and won a couple of weekends ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, I think that's the one. That's a freak result. It happens, and you know, I was at that game, and Rangers had so many shots at goal, etc. The goalie was Ferry, had an absolutely wonderful game. But these things happen every 20-25 years. They happen. It's terrible, but it happens. But today, this is a league game against St Mirren, a really, really good St Mirren team. This is, for me, is a worrying performance, and certainly a worrying scoreline for Rangers, not for St Mirren.
Killian Phillips limps towards the touchline. His day is done. He's replaced by Greg Kiltie. He looks absolutely exhausted, Killian Phillips. He's got a huge smile on his face. Well, that's for two reasons. He knows he's had a great game. He played 75 excellent minutes. He also knows his team is 15 minutes away from, well, a famous victory. Their first win at this ground for over 33 years. Count them. Rangers, though, they do have time to do something about this, but they do need a goal soon. As St Mirren drop back to try and defend, Rangers push into St Mirren territory. On the left hand side, it's Jefty. He has Bajrami outside him now, who's just come on as a substitute. Nice ball from him into Danilo. Danilo back to Bajrami, deflected behind for a corner kick. The net rippled there, which is why I hesitated. I was pretty sure it wasn't a goal. Sometimes your eyes can deceive you, though, but yes, it was close. The goalkeeper, Zach Hemming, just stood there, transfixed.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was close, because of Hemming's reaction.
Corner kick to Rangers. I'll apologise because I've lost count of the number of corners they've had. Plenty more corners than shots on target, though, that's for sure. Nothing's come of them. Can they change that now? The answer is no, because the corner from Czerny isn't the best. St Mirren hack it clear, but everyone was back, and that allows Rangers to put more pressure on their defence. And Tavernier chips the ball up. It might fall to Czerny. Chips it to the back post. Real chance here for Nsiala. It hits a St Mirren player. Nsiala with the overhead kick. A flick on. Still St Mirren don't have it until goalkeeper Zach Hemming is able to fall on the ball. One of his teammates is down. Gogic trips over him. Robin Propper trips over him. And referee Kevin Clancy just comes in to see what's happening. St Mirren will be not rushing in the slightest to get game back underway.
Again, Kerry Dessers, you know, claiming a penalty. It didn't look like a handball to me. He's claimed for about... It may be a penalty, who knows?
Well, VAR has had quite an impact on this match so far. A red card downgraded to a yellow. That kept Hamza Igaman on the field just before half-time. Then St Mirren's first goal, which was ruled out by the referee, was allowed to stand. Now Rangers do not have a penalty.
There's never a penalty.
VAR check. The only time a check has been quick in this match so far. Took them a few seconds to decide. Not a penalty. So, as the clock ticks down to 78 minutes and Zach Hemming tries to get the ball beyond Cyril Dessers, who's standing in his way, Rangers will pick up on the halfway line. Danilo nicks the ball past a couple of St Mirren players, but Gogic, who's put in an unbelievable shift, will just boot the ball up towards halfway. That'll be a throw-in to Rangers, though, which Danilo takes quickly deep inside St Mirren territory. Loads of Rangers pressure. Do they have enough quality to do something with it, though, as Danilo just fouls one of the St Mirren players over there, and whoever that is that's gone down will again take their time. So they won't. In sporting fashion, Alex Gogic just hauls Marcus Fraser to his feet. What a game Gogic has had today as well.
He's been absolutely outstanding. I mean, you can see when he has to do last-ditch stuff, he's terrific at it, but the amount of times he's in the right area, covering the other two centre-backs on either side. I think Taylor's been excellent as well, so's Fraser, but Gogic has been an absolute standout.
We have 11 minutes of normal time to play, and as things stand, with Rangers 2-0 down to St Mirren, the Buddies could win back-to-back league meetings with Rangers for the first time since they won 3 in a row in the 79-80 season under Jim Clooney. And they have the ball, and they're deep inside the Rangers half, but that attack will peter out to nothing because the ball rolls back to Jack Butland. A few more seats empty in the Broomloan stand and the Sandy Jardine stand opposite me, as some more Rangers supporters give up the ghost. They've lost belief in this game. Maybe a wee while ago they lost belief that their team could do anything constructive domestically, either about the league, and obviously they were knocked out of the Scottish Cup. Now St Mirren have space down this left hand side. Could they couldn't get a third goal, could they? Surely. Here they come, they're going to try and do that just now. A 1-2 just on the edge of the Rangers area. That was Kilty trying to get the 1-2 with Declan John. However, Czerny brings it away, but Mark O'Hara wins it back. The St Mirren captain, Toyosi Olasanya, points to where he wants it. Proper comes across and does some proper defending for Rangers, just hacks the ball into touch right beside the corner flag, and St Mirren will amble forward to take this throw in. Declan John looks absolutely exhausted. He's going to take it, as do all the St Mirren players who've been on for the full 80 plus minutes. No wonder they're tired. What a shift they put in. They lead by 2-0 with less than 10 minutes to play, and they have a corner, and the Rangers players, they just look a bit deflated, and they just look like they don't really know where a goal's coming from.
The whole ground's deflated. It's really quiet. Would you say there's half still here? Roundabout, just. It's really quiet, eerie atmosphere. It won't be eerie at the end if it stays 2-0.
Well, the little bounce that they had when they heard that Celtic had been beaten at Easter Road earlier on, that seems like an eternity ago now, because at the moment Rangers are dropping all 3 points as well. They have 9 minutes to find at least a couple of goals. In comes the corner for St Mirren. Goodness me, that's headed just over the bar. That is not too far away from 3-0. No real defending. I'm pretty sure it was Marcus Fraser who got in there. He got a knock to the head, but that bravery nearly found a third St Mirren goal.
Yeah, just got in front of Butland, and he's maybe a little bit disappointed he didn't do better.
Well, no one can say St Mirren don't absolutely deserve to be in this position. 8 minutes away from one of the most famous victories, certainly in their recent history. They lead at Ibrox by 2-0, and that header from Marcus Fraser was about a couple of inches away from making it 3. Yet more Rangers fans head for the exits. They've seen enough. Is there a goal in this for the home side that at least gives some jeopardy about this game in the closing 8 and a bit minutes? St Mirren sitting on a 2-goal lead. Rangers sitting on the ball at the moment at halfway. It's a loose touch, and Jeffrey has to go back to resurrect things for Rangers, and Ciala has to go back to his goalkeeper. It's not where Rangers want the ball, but a good first time pass from Jack Butland gets it over to Robin Proper, who has acres of space to go into, and he launches it long looking for Bajrami. There's a header there from Marcus Fraser. He stops that ball from going forward, but second half sub Bajrami picks up. Good ball from him into Danilo. Is there a handball there? That looked like a handball from Gogic to me. He wouldn't have known too much about it. Danilo was very close to him. Referee waves play on. Not sure whether VAR might check that in the background. 82 and a half minutes played. Still, it's that scarcely believable scoreline of Rangers 0, St Mirren 2. St Mirren have the ball, but not for much longer. Free kick against St Mirren's second goal scorer, Toyosi Olasanya. Remember, second half goals from Mikael Mandron and from Toyosi Olasanya have St Mirren cruising to victory as things stand right now. However, with 7 minutes of regulation time left, Rangers have the ball deep on the left hand side. Bajrami feints one way, then the other, goes to the byline. Nadim Bajrami plays it in. It's blocked away though. Again, St Mirren so impressive in defence, as they have been all game. That's Elvis Bomono, the second half substitute, I think, who got the block in there.
And the winning of a corner was created with deathly silence there.
It's not been great by any stretch of the imagination from the home side. Half the fans have already left. 7 minutes to go. Rangers corner. Is there a goal here for Rangers? It's headed up in the air by the St Mirren defence. Nico Raskan has it. He goes to ground. It's too easy for St Mirren to get the ball away. Now, is there a break on here for St Mirren? Oisin Smith sees it. Toyosi Olasanya was clear. However, a brilliant block there, I think, by captain James Tavernier, means that Rangers get the ball back, and just as well, because Toyosi Olasanya was on his bike there. A poor attempted pass gives St Mirren the ball, and they'll have plenty of time to come forward with Richard Taylor, who'll just slow it down. And the ball's back with the captain, Mark O'Hara. And why not go back to your goalkeeper? Because you're 6 minutes away, certainly of normal time, from a massive result here at Ibrox. Goalkeeper Zach Hemming, largely untroubled today. One really good save this half. He plays the ball long. I think there was a foul there. Yep, Tavernier takes the free kick quickly for Rangers. Tom Lawrence in a bit of a hurry. No wonder Rangers are in a hurry. 6 minutes of regulation time left, and they still to find 2 goals, and that would only get them a point. They come forward now. Desser's at the edge of the area. The ball's chipped back fairly aimlessly. Might it fall to a Rangers player? Taylor hacks it half clear for St Mirren. It will now come towards Mandron, but Tavernier will have it for Rangers. He'll stop the ball going out, chips the ball forward. That's pretty aimless though, and the goalkeeper will just let it bounce a couple of times. No chance that Dessers was going to get there. Danilo wasn't inside the area. Cherny was outside. Bajrami was outside. Not entirely sure what Tavernier thought was on there.
Well, they were trying to hit feet. He was trying to hit feet and he overhit it, and it was a poor pass. But there's, you know, I rarely say stuff like this, but there's Rangers players don't want to be on the pitch right now. They want the end of the game, and that's not good enough.
85 minutes played at least a half-empty Ibrox. Maybe it's more than half-empty now, because the scoreline reads Rangers 0, St Mirren 2. Mika Mandron and Toyosi Olasanya with the goals for St Mirren. And their wee bundle of fans across on the left-hand side, well, they are 5 and a bit minutes away from celebrating one of the best results in the club's history, certainly in recent modern times, as Tavernier tries to make way down this right hand side, but the ball is played against him by Declan John, who can hardly move. He's that tired after putting in an incredible shift down this left hand side for St Mirren. He's not the only one, of course, Ian McCall.
Yeah, and listen, great example of St Mirren there. Olasanya, who was left out today, very surprisingly, from everybody that's seen St Mirren. He's run 40 yards to close down James Tavernier, won his team a throw in. Now that's togetherness.
They have been together, they have worked as a compact unit, St Mirren, and they've shown no little quality as well. They've been really good on the ball. At the back, they've been rock solid. The goalkeeper, Zach Hemming, when called upon early this half, had a brilliant save from Nico Raskan. And St Mirren, you have to say, have been clinical. 2 chances this half, 2 goals for Mika Mandron and for Toyosi Olasanya. St Mirren lead Rangers by 2-0. There are less than 4 minutes of the regulation 90 left. Do Rangers believe they can get a goal, far less a point in this match? And again, they've just about got away with it there because they've given the ball away, but it breaks to a St Mirren player. O'Sheen Smith now on the right hand side. St Mirren players are pouring forward. Rangers are trying to get back. Now then, Mandron from the edge of the area, along the ground, straight into the arms of the Rangers goalkeeper Jack Butland. But how extraordinary, after 87 minutes with Rangers trailing by 2-0, that it's St Mirren pouring forward, looking for a third. Danilo try and get something going for Rangers. However, again, St Mirren defend brilliantly. They've got loads of space in the area. No one's pressing Mandron. He can turn twice, get away from Lawrence. Mark O'Hara puts his foot on the ball. He knows that Olasanya's probably offside, plays the ball anyway. Linesman's flag should come, as it does, and the clock ticks down yet further. Stephen Robinson is going absolutely crazy. He's saying to Toyosi Olasanya, keep yourself onside, son. However, I think the St Mirren manager can maybe relax, because surely Rangers don't have 3 goals in them in 2 minutes of normal time in whatever stoppage.
I don't think they've got 1 goal in them, carried in, I'm afraid. So well deserved 3 points for St Mirren.
It is very, very quiet inside Ibrox right now, bar the songs and the dancing and the chanting from the St Mirren fans away across on the other side, in between the Sandy Jardine and Broomloan stand. That wee posse of St Mirren fans is preparing for a great celebration here at Ibrox, where, let me remind you once again, St Mirren have not won since November 1991. That is surely about to be erased from stats history. Kevin McGowan's goal that day. Today it's Mika Mandron and Toyosi Olasanya, the St Mirren heroes. The clock says 88 minutes. The look on Stephen Robinson's face says keep concentrated, keep disciplined. I have no idea what the Rangers manager Philippe Clement is thinking, because he is minutes away from embarrassing back-to-back defeats here on his own patch, clinging onto his job by his fingernails.
Yeah, listen, it's a really, really difficult situation for him, and his team haven't performed today at all. I mean, you've said, that's a scarcely believable result. The problem is, I don't think it is. I think the Queen's Park one was. I don't think this is scarcely believable. I think the way Rangers are just now, St Mirren have looked a bigger, stronger, more physical, fitter team than them today, and thoroughly deserve to win.
89 minutes played at Ibrox. Just a smattering, a handful of home fans left. Not one single St Mirren fan has left this ground, of course, because they are just minutes away now from an amazing, historic win on this ground for the first time in well over 33 years. The Rangers have a consolation goal in them. They have the ball at the halfway line. It's chipped forward towards Dessers, who plays it to Czerny. Czerny looks up and sees that there's space over on that left-hand side. Given away though, and it's that man, Alex Gogic, who is there to bring the ball away. However, there was a foul anyway on, I think, Elvis Bomono. And St Mirren will have the ball, and the clock will tick down towards 90 minutes. So I'm very interested to see how long is still to go, because we had obviously a big VAR review to allow St Mirren's first goal to stand. We've had substitutions, we've had drama, we've had tackles, we've had yellow cards, we've had 2 goals, both of whom have gone for St Mirren.
I'm saying 6 minutes, Geraldine.
Ian McCall says 6 minutes, and it's 9 minutes of added on time. Starts right now. Well, St Mirren's manager Stephen Robinson cannot believe the amount of time added on. That is plenty of time in theory for a team with players as good as Rangers have to get a couple of goals. The big question mark is, do they believe that that's even possible today? We'll soon find out.
Interestingly enough, the Rangers fan booed when it was 9 minutes. I'm not sure they want another 9 minutes.
That may well say it all. St Mirren have the ball deep in Rangers territory. We've played nearly a minute of the 9 that have been added on, so 8 remain in stoppage time for Rangers to try and maybe get one consolation. It might just re-energise the players on the pitch and the few hardy souls who remain in the stadium. With Cyril Dessers being held there by Fraser? No, says the referee. No, says Ian McCall. No, most importantly, says referee Kevin Clancy. We play on, and St Mirren don't have too many bodies up the pitch, so they've just aimed the ball up towards the corner flag. And Ciala, well, he could have turned, played it back to his goalkeeper, could have turned, played it to Robin Proper. Instead, he's panicked and just hoofed the ball into the now 9/10 empty Sandy Jardine stand, where the fans long since have seen enough and have headed for the exits. 91 minutes and 30 seconds played. Rangers 0, St Mirren 2. St Mirren have the ball deep in Rangers territory, exactly where the Ibrox side don't want the ball to be. St Mirren want a free kick, which I don't think is coming. Don't think Kevin Clancy will necessarily let Rangers take the goal kick as early as they want to. Yes, he will. He's happy enough. So Tavernier has the ball on the halfway, just inside his own half. He goes long because he doesn't see too many other options. That's meat and drink for a St Mirren defence that have been solid and strong and disciplined. I say that, they give the ball away. However, Czerny just lets the ball run away from him. St Mirren will have it. Declan John, I don't know where he's getting the energy to get this run going. He's tried to play it through to Toyosi Olasanya. He ran from well inside his own half. The left wing back for St Mirren, formerly of this parish, of course, who's had an excellent game. He's not the only one. And he has to get back into position to try and stop Rangers from getting what would surely just be a consolation goal. 92 and a half minutes now played. Rangers 0, St Mirren 2 here at a deathly quiet Ibrox. And Rangers have to go back to come forward once again. More howls of derision from the home fans who haven't seen enough energy or quality from their team. And they haven't seen enough goals, because Rangers have scored none and St Mirren have 2, and Czerny goes into the midfield where Nico Raskan will play the ball out to the left hand side. Jeff Day has it. St Mirren have everyone back except Toyosi Olasanya. They're defending in depth. Can Rangers keep the ball in? I don't think they can. Up goes the flag. Goal kick to St Mirren. More boos ring round the ground. The lack of quality from Rangers today is amazing.
Well, I mean, Jeff, it's the fight. There's a lack of quality, of course, but everyone knows there's a lack of quality with this team, the Rangers team. But you can't have a lack of fight and a lack of desire. Jeff Day's just overhit a 5-yard pass by about 8 yards. I mean, you just can't do that.
The strange thing for me, Ian, here at Ibrox, at least in the league, Rangers have been good. They beat Celtic 3-0 here. The only points prior to today that they dropped at home in the league were a draw with Dundee United.
I was here that day. They were really poor in the first half. The Queen's Park game, they get beaten last week against at Tynecastle. I think they were very fortunate to win, and today they deserve to be beat.
94 minutes played. It's almost as though the Rangers players, as well as the fans who remain, just want this to be over. The Rangers manager Philippe Clement, he looks a lonely figure at the edge of his technical area. Stephen Robinson, I'm sure he can't quite believe what he's seeing, but he will be absolutely thrilled with the way his men have diligently gone about their work, and with no little quality either. This is the result of St Mirren's season. Make no bones about that. This is one of the best results in the last probably quarter of a century for St Mirren. They lead at Ibrox by 2-0, 94 and a bit minutes played. St Mirren only have another 3 and a bit to get through. If Rangers don't find a couple of goals in that time, they will leave with all 3 points. They will leave with that famous, elusive, long-awaited Ibrox victory. Alex Gogic has the ball. He chips the ball towards halfway. Not very well. Tavernier gets a touch. The ball just dips into the Rangers half. Tavernier now goes forward to Cherney. He tries to play the ball infield to Lawrence. Rangers have the ball just inside St Mirren territory. Again, no quality on the pass, no quality on Tavernier's control, and Gogic will pick up for St Mirren. Good hassling and harrying by Lawrence, but it's all too little, too late as the ball goes out for yet another throw-in. A final throw of the dice for St Mirren. Scott Tanzer will come on for the bench. From the bench, I should say, and he's replacing Declan John, and no wonder, because what a shift the left wing back has put in. He used to be here, of course, had a good season with Rangers back in 17-18, and he is part of a winning St Mirren team here, and he's just congratulated on his performance by the St Mirren manager Stephen Robinson.
Yeah, I think they were just having a laugh and a joke there because of how he was basically walking about here, because you can't move. I mean, he's been terrific. He's been up and down all day.
St Mirren belt the ball into the Rangers half, and Ciala just puts his boot on the ball. An overhead kick finds Raskan, but again Rangers just can't quite get hold of the ball. St Mirren do. They've shown plenty of quality on it in the 95, nearly 96 minutes that we've seen so far in this extraordinary match at Ibrox, in which the scoreline reads Rangers 0, St Mirren 2. We are now 2 minutes away from a massive win for St Mirren Football Club, and a really shocking one for Rangers and their manager Philippe Clement. It would be their first home defeat in the league here at Ibrox. They would not close any ground on Celtic, who would remain 13 points clear at the top of the table despite being defeated at Easter Road earlier today. Into the last couple of minutes of time added on we go. Rangers have the ball, but St Mirren don't really care. They're back in their formation. They've seen off everything that Rangers have thrown at them, which hasn't been an awful lot, it has to be said. Tavernier gets his head to the ball. He'll get it down to Proper. It's an up and under from the Dutch centre half. Tavernier just about does him a favour to keep it in, but he gives the ball away. He's fouled Mark O'Hara there. The St Mirren captain goes down. Stephen Robinson, the St Mirren manager, down in front of me, gives a round of applause to his team, who are now 1 minute away from a terrific and well-merited and famous win here at Ibrox.
Yeah, they are. I mean, you summed it up perfectly. Well deserved. St Mirren have played really well. They've not had to play that well, to be honest, to win it, but they've played well, and Rangers have been not at their best.
Understatements of the century from Ian McCall. Win of the century for St Mirren. They are seconds away from beating Rangers here at Ibrox. Not just beating them comfortably. St Mirren lead by 2-0. Rangers have a free kick on the halfway line. What few fans remain here at Ibrox are urging the team to get the ball into the box, at least to try and get some kind of consolation. It's played along the halfway line. And Ciala then plays it across to Jefty. Finally now the ball goes into the St Mirren area. Is there any quality in it? There's a header coming in from Dessers. It's pretty weak. It's behind. That will be the last action of this match, Ian McCall.
That was Dessers that was down there writhing in agony. He was the one that ran 40 yards and then leapt to get the header on.
Cyril Dessers has angrily taken the ball out of the St Mirren goalkeeper Zach Hemming's hands. He wants this goal kick taken quickly. I'm not entirely sure why. 98 minutes have been played. The stoppage time has come and gone. This will be the last kick of a quite extraordinary football match. Zach Hemming, the St Mirren goalkeeper, is in no great hurry to take it, and no wonder. He pauses. Up he comes, right-footed, belts the ball into the air. Referee Kevin Clancy happy to play on for the moment. Rangers pick up the ball. 98 and a half minutes, and still on we play. James Tavernier goes back inside. Nico Raskan for Rangers. Is there a goal in this for the home side? We're well into time added on, nearly 99 minutes played. Czerny into Lawrence. Lawrence through towards Dessers again. St Mirren defend superbly well. They think about hacking it long. They will now. Up the ball goes into the Rangers half. Still no sign of referee Kevin Clancy looking at his watch. I'm not entirely sure why. 99 minutes played. There were only, in fact, there were 9 minutes of time added on, so I thought it was 8. It is 9. The 9 minutes of stoppage time have come and gone. Rangers have the ball across on the left-hand side. Jefty in field to Raskan. Might think about a shot, instead goes out wide to Czerny. Czerny on his left foot curls it off the crossbar. There goes the final whistle. A handshake from the managers. Philippe Clement goes up the tunnel. Stephen Robinson accompanies him. St Mirren have won here at Ibrox for the first time in over 33 years. You have to go back to Kevin McGowan's goal in 1991. Boos ring round Ibrox. Back-to-back defeats, first to Queen's Park in the Scottish Cup. That was embarrassing enough. And today, at home to St Mirren, it's all about the Buddies. A famous win for St Mirren Football Club. Second half goals from Mika Mandron and Toyosi Olasanya have given St Mirren a 2-0 win here at Ibrox. Their fans are celebrating. The St Mirren players are celebrating with their manager. What few Rangers fans that remain here are doing is booing loudly. Is this potentially the end for manager Philippe Clement? Back-to-back defeats. The one against Queen's Park bad enough. They've now lost for the first time in the league here at Ibrox. They've been beaten well by St Mirren as well. The scoreline at Ibrox, as the goalkeeper Zach Hemming runs to his supporters and punches his fist in the air and celebrates. A scoreline that reads: Rangers 0, St Mirren 2.